What's up, everybody? Welcome back to It's in the Blood. We have a fun one tonight. What's up, Mostly? What's up, Sports Cat, Snowman, and Pizzle? Nice of all you guys to join us tonight as we get ready for some Thursday night football. Which, if you would ask me in week one, this was probably not the most ideal game. We didn't realize where these two teams were going to be, but now here in week 16, this is a fantastic matchup, and I absolutely cannot wait to watch. This is my first Jags game stream of the year, and this is my first Jets game stream of the year. And so I'm actually really excited about it. No sarcasm at all. I've been very high on the Jets all year, and I'm always down on the Titans. So anytime the Jags or even the Colts or Texans, whatever, can go on a bit of a run and make them nervous is fun for me. I have no dog in this fight. Does anyone? I know right here, the Agent of Chaos 2, aka Sports Cat, is a big Jags fan. I think he is the only Jags fan who's ever come through our chat. So tonight is his night to shine. Now we have a couple Jets fans that come in and out of here, so there might be people that come in, to support their team and everything. I forgot there was a game. We don't have very many Thursday night football games left, so that is understandable. What's up, Nathan? What's good, everybody? I started a couple of seconds early just so we could get everybody in here and get ready for this game. And with that being said, you know what time it is. It is time for your scores and your predictions. And this is one of the toughest games of the week for me to pick because, like I said, I've been rooting for the Jets all year long. Not as like my number one, obviously, but just for the fact, I was excited about Saleh building this team up, and he's done a fairly good job. And then, the Jags, I didn't think they'd make a playoff run this year, but the fact that they're right there on the edge, I obviously thought they'd get better. But watching Trevor Lawrence grow over the last few weeks has been honestly spectacular. I don't like seeing these guys, these big name guys in the draft come in and crap the bed. Like, obviously you have your struggles, especially your rookie year, but like I like seeing guys grow and I respect it. What's up, Peyton? What's up, Chris and Crafty? But I love to see the Jags make a run for their division. So Crafty, I know that you like kind of support, the New York area, but who's like your team? Like your number one? Because I've always been curious, and I feel like you told me, and maybe it's the Giants. I'm not too sure. Uh, but I know you do talk about the Jets. I didn't realize it was because your brother, but I agree with you 100%. How'd your stepmom Zach is back, and the Zacinator's back at the QB1 slot. Zach Milson has returned. Chablis. I am in the head. I am in head to toe Jags. Got 4 inches of snow already, dude. Nathan sent me pictures earlier. He was getting some snow. Snow for us is supposed to be starting in about 45 minutes. So Trayvon Walker is not playing for the Jags today, which I did not know about that I did not know about that injury, but I don't follow the Jags all that well. I did see that about YouTube TV, which I'm kind of interested in it. What's up, Nathan Perez? I have to specify because there's two of you guys. But thanks for coming in here, man. When are you gonna give me a mod? I don't know. When you stop talking Brady. Yeah, when you stop being a cultist, then maybe. Colts fan here. What's up, Sean? I know I've seen you in a lot of Dad's IU streams, but thanks for coming in here with us. Hopefully, we've got a good one tonight. The Jags, if they win, they have a shot at their division. If the Jets win, they gotta win, basically win out. But they will be back in the playoff race if they do win. If the Patriots beat the Bengals, I get a mod. Yeah, I'll think about it. I feel like the Patriots can be like that's a terrible matchup for me. And the Bengals is not my dog, man. How about next year when the Chiefs and Patriots play against each other? If the Patriots beat the Chiefs, I'll make you a mod then. All right, so the Jets won the toss and they are going to defer, which means we are going to see Trevor Lawrence and the Jags on the field first. Let's get us a scoreboard up and going. Should I change the color up today? I know it's just black, but it matters. And if so, what color would you like? Also, nobody gave me their scores and predictions other than Sportscat saying the Jets fans are going to be sad. That is a bad deal, Nathan, but if he can wait that long, then it's a good deal. 28 to 24. I'm thinking 24 to 21 and I picked the Jets, but either team, either winner, honestly. If I can get the score right, I'll be better. If I make the playoffs, can we ban all mods? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. No, I'm just kidding. I need the mods because sometimes dad needs the mods more than I do. First kick is up and it will be a touchback. Yeah, it looks like rainy and weird. 3-0 Jets. That's fair. 24-20. Yeah, I'm gonna go 24-21. But I like 24-20, I think, better. But I'm not gonna go back on it. 24-21, whoever wins it wins it. Alright, so it's gonna be 1st and 10 for the Jags. They're gonna hand the ball off to ETN. He's got a little bit of room to run, and he'll get about 4 yards on the carry. 12-4 Titans. Oh. That's all up. I don't think this game's going to get past 20 points. You obviously have not watched either of these teams. You've only watched the Jets versus the Patriots, and the Jets are a good team outside of versus the Patriots. All right, 2nd down and 6. They're going to go right back to the ground. ETN, nowhere to go. They're going to force Lawrence in a position that he's got to get his air game going. 27-23. This game's televised here in New York. Have Amazon Prime games always been airing on local TV networks? I believe so. But when I think the Bengals played one Thursday night game. I didn't get that game for some reason, which was dumb. 14-13 Jets. That's definitely possible. All right, 3rd down and 6. Lawrence backpedaling under pressure, and he's going to get brought down back at the 18. And I think the ball came out. I thought he was down, but they're saying it was a fumble. It happened very quickly. And the Jets are going to recover it. They're wound up, and this crowd's getting loud. Listen. This Jets defense is no joke. I don't care how doodle bob Zach Wilson is. He's getting better, but this defense is good. I don't get the Packers enough, though. St. Louis is supposed to be in the Packers network. Bro, I live like 45 minutes from Cincinnati, 45 minutes from Indianapolis. And when I was using Hulu Live TV when I lived in Indiana, which it was the same difference, just different state, I got nothing but Lions, Packers, and Browns games. That was the network. I was like, Chicago's 5 hours away from me. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line for the Jets. Everything is moving very quickly to start this first quarter. And Wilson's gonna keep trying to pull a little Lamar right there. Jalen Hurts, I don't know, man. And he's gonna get maybe a yard. I mean, I guess they're thinking we might as well try it. Well, you live right next to Chicago, so that makes sense. But I live hours from Chicago, and I got Packers, Bears, I got White Sox games, Blackhawks games, like all the Chicago. It was like a West Chicago network, but mostly Packers games as well. That didn't make any sense for me. All right, second down and 9. This time they're going to hand the ball off. He's going to get to the outside. I believe that's Carter. And he's going to get a couple yards out of bounds around the 12. And it'll be third down and 5. Nobody should have to watch the Bears. I mean, to be fair, the Bears are better to watch this season than some teams. Like the Colts. They're more interesting than the Colts. Yo, my bartender's a Broncos fan. Wait. Yo, that's such a random comment, but that sounds horrifying, right? All right, third down and 5. Pressure's coming. And then there goes Zach. And he's going to go down, but they're down in field goal range. So they have a chance to put points up on the board early. They had double pressure. If that guy didn't get him, the guy on the other side was going to get him. I just said you live too close to Chicago, man. I didn't tell you anyone where you live. Because everyone likes the Packers. Colts have no interest right now. I'm not going to disrespect the Colts, but I am angry with them. It's going to be a 37-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. The Jets take a early 3-0 lead with 11:37 left in the first, and I think we will get our first commercial break here. But, yeah, the Colts got a lot of room, Jeff Saturday is clearly not a head coach, but, he's at the very least, rallied his troops compared to what Reich was doing. But, the inexperience in the coaching position shows. I'm excited to see Nick Foles start against the Chargers this weekend. I really do think the Colts have a fair shot to win that game. I know Foles hasn't played in 2 years because for whatever reason nobody believes in him, even though he literally won a Super Bowl. Hotel for the night, so La Rosa's bar until they close. I didn't even know La Rosa's had a bar. I can't believe it took him this long either. I mean, but I was seeing the same thing in Chicago when he was there, and I've been saying it all season this year as well. I would never ever want to live in Gary. I'm so sorry, Nathan. What's up, BC? Appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping in here, showing a little support. What's the weather report? I know that I want to say it was like 40s and raining. It's definitely a little bit windy, but mostly like kind of just gross. Sam, does that mean you get the night off? Isn't Michael Jackson from Gary? Yeah. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, that's what I meant. Weather at MetLife. It's not. I mean, I guess it is kind of cold and rainy here, but I'll look it up. But I'm pretty sure they said like 40s and raining. All right. Weather for Thursday night football. It's supposed to get ugly. Around 49 degrees. Wind and rain. Yeah, we should be getting snow here in about half an hour. Yo, it's snowing in like 3 degrees. It was almost 50 degrees today, and now it's like down to 40 or 39. It's raining, but it's supposed to get down to single digits in the next like 3 or 4 hours. If Foles comes in and lights it up, the whole Colts organization should be fired. Dude, I kind of agree because he's been just riding as QB3 for the last, 2-3 years? No problem. All right, getting ready for kickoff. Trevor Lawrence here to start. They never. Whoa, I'm a little blurry. Let me get this all cleaned up. But they never showed a replay on that fumble. I don't think because I was watching, And I saw Trevor get hit, but I didn't ever see the ball come out until, guys obviously were pouncing on it. Kickoff's up. He's going to bring this one out of the end zone, crossing the 10, the 20 still on his feet, going across the 25, not much after. Tried to get the game and almost bought Puss in Boots. Slow the scroll, guys. Yeah. Thankfully, this TV, this is Dad's TV. But when I just click Amazon Prime on Thursdays, it's the first thing right there, so I don't have to scroll at all. I live in Florida and it's gonna be 23 degrees. That's disgusting. It's gonna be -1 at 2 a.m. here, and I'm very upset. All right, first down and 10 from the 25. Lawrence fakes a handoff. Quick throw to the outside, and it's going to be caught. And that's to Ingram. And he'll get about 5 yards. Second down coming up. Not sure if the Bears put a tarp over the field, but if they don't, an actual snow game in not 9 minutes one. I hope so, man. Second down and 5. Hands it off up the middle to Etienne. Etienne's going to get a couple of those yards. It will be third down and short. Have fun in the negatives. Well, I ain't leaving my house, man. I'll be sitting under some blankets all day. I'd call 23 degrees anywhere disgusting. So, but if we're being honest, Florida sometimes can get a little gross. But I think that about everywhere. All right, third down and 1. Low snap, fakes the handoff, quick pass to the outside of Ingram. Ingram's got a lane. He's got all the room in the world. He'll go out of bounds at about the Jets' 45-yard line. That was a great designed play. I thought he was throwing it to the running back the way they moved so quickly. It was a real low snap. He throws it, and the tight end runs across in front of the tight end or the running back. First and 10, hands it off again. He's going to barrel forward for a couple yards. It'll be second down when the clocks will run under 10 minutes. Exact same play that the Lions fooled the Jets D with. I didn't get to actually watch most of that game. I watched bits and pieces, but not sat and just got to enjoy it. It's going to be second down and 6. The Jags are finding a little bit of momentum on offense. Lawrence has time. He's going to take a shot towards the left side of the field, and it's nearly hauled in by Marvin Jones Jr., but it's broken up, incomplete for third down and 6. Seattle was 17 degrees today, snow on the ground. I normally got to drive to see the snow. This year is rough. Yeah. I understand. The Colts-Bills snow game was a fun one. I think you're right. I feel like that was close to around there. If it snows, does it hail as well? I feel like it's possible here this time around. All right, third down and 6, 9:32 to go. They put the ball on the ground, and Etienne's got a huge opening, still on his feet all the way to the Jets' 20. Rather be in Hawaii living in a volcano. At least it'd be nice and toasty. Jets going for the tough guy unis in this game. I like the black on black, but I also like I was just talking about this before the game, that I like the green on green. I didn't used to love the green color they used, but the green jersey and green pants look really nice. That was a huge run right there on 3rd and 6. First and 10 from the 21. They're going to hand it off to Christian Kirk, and he's going to go around and be able to make a couple positive yards, and it'll be second down. Etienne is a revelation this year. I was kind of disappointed that he got hurt last year and wasn't able to make his debut. I'm in Arizona. It's a chilly 50 here. I would die for your chilly 50. Man, your chilly 50, I'll probably be sweating outside just because it's been so awful here. But I guess for you, that's probably kind of cold. All right, second down and 6 from the 17. And Trevor's going to keep. He'll get a couple yards before being brought down. Every time they go to hand it off, both, and I think it's because we've watched a lot of mobile QBs the last couple years. I can't uh keep up with who has the football. 65 here. Yeah, our temperature here is rapidly dropping. Lawrence has really improved with a better coaching staff. Oh, yeah. I mean, going from Urban Meyer to anybody right now would have been an improvement. But Doug Peterson, I mean, he's a good coach. 3rd down and 3, Lawrence taking a shot towards the end zone and just kind of overthrows Kirk. It'll be 4th down and 3. And the Jags are looking to tie this game up here. Doug P. has been Clemson boys. Trevor getting Calvin next year if he can play the way he did before the Jags. He left Jags Mountain South for a while. Can an NFL team just run the option? Trev looks better moving. I kind of like seeing like more quarterbacks doing that. It's gonna be a 32-yard field goal attempt, and it is up to the left, but it is good. And we've got a tie ball game with 7:15 left in the first quarter. Who would have guessed that a coach who kicks his players wouldn't work out? Who would have thought? Yeah, I mean, I think, anybody would have been an improvement. I don't even remember who interimed for them last year. It had to have been someone on the coaching staff, I would assume. But anybody, like, I kind of thought before Doug Peterson got hired there that Marvin Lewis might take a shot for that job. And he did mention again recently, like in the last few weeks, about wanting to come back and coach. So I feel like it's depending on what Sean Payton's move is next year, of course, because I think he's like number one for anybody looking for a coach by that time. But I kind of see Marvin Lewis going to like the Panthers, man. I didn't hear about Lamar, but I did hear about Hurts and Tannehill. Yeah, they're both young. I mean like Wilson's in his second year. Lawrence is in his second year. Mac Jones is in his second year. There's a lot of guys that we get really critical of, and then we realize how young they are, and people don't realize that when they get talking about it. And I'm the same way sometimes. But I think both of these guys, especially Lawrence, just because his size and his build is just perfect for the position he's playing, can develop into great quarterbacks. Zach Wilson, he's got a little bit more maturity to go, but I still think he has the ability to at least be better. Like people think he's just immediately a bust. Like I think he has the chance to be better. Especially with his team getting better around him. Yeah, it's kinda what I was thinking, Crafty. Gives the Falcons a big chance. I don't know, I still think the Falcons, it's crunch time for them, so or the Ravens. I think they're gonna be able to stand strong. Mac Jones be pissing me off. Kickoff's up, it's gonna be a touchback. The Jets are gonna start at their own 25. The temperature's 41 degrees, they just said. What's up, Eric? Thanks for joining us. Anybody talk to Mickey today? I haven't seen him yet. I take it back. Go Jets. It's been 63 years since they were in the big game. Yeah, but but, like, there's some teams that have never been there as well. 1st and 10 for the Jets. Zach Wilson under pressure. He finally just throws it away at the foot of his receiver. Incomplete 2nd down and 10. Okay, this offensive line might look the worst that I've seen it in a while. And the Jags literally are out, I think, 2 linebackers right now. I know that they've got a couple key guys out, Trayvon Walker being one of them. But, I'm rooting for both of these teams, to be honest. All right, 2nd down and 10. Hands it off to Carter. Carter's going to be able to get just a couple yards, not much there. It'll be 3rd down and about 7. Have only ever won a single postseason game the entire Super Bowl era. Not great looks on offense. Look, yeah, Zach Wilson, like I said, he's got a long way to go, but this offensive line is not giving him any time. Dude, they're showing Joe Flacco up close, but you can see his helmet, and honestly, like, that, like, matte black kinda looks good. Alright, 3rd and 7, Wilson looking, has time this time, finally gets it away to an open guy, and he's streaking down the field, and he'll go out of bounds after he crosses the 50. That's their tight end, Conklin. Hey, roll left, throw right. Mr. White looks jealous. None of your viewers, include me, were alive since the Jets went to the bowl, but Jax is still kinda young. That's true. I don't know. There might be some people that were alive then. Yeah, dude, Jets O-line needs some serious work. And I know that they've lost a couple guys. 1st and 10, they're gonna hand the ball off. Carter's gonna get a couple yards here. They've taken a lot of injury. The injury bug hit that offensive line hard. What was that kid's name they drafted last year? The real big kid that they put on the offensive line. I think he was from Kentucky that we were all fired up about seeing. I didn't know where he was going to go in the draft, but I was excited for him. Yeah, he went to Louisville. Tyler, maybe? I knew he had a kind of strange last name, I feel like. Like, just one that I would have a hard time saying. 2nd and 7. It looks like a wide receiver took the direct snap, but there's a flag on the play. Yeah, Mary Beth's a Bengals fan, but I haven't seen her in here yet today. Okay, it's gonna be a false start on the Jets. Mekhi Becton, that's his name, yeah. MB. Thank you, Nathan. Got former in-laws, have been retired for decades, were Jets fans. They barely remember if the Jets were ever good. Yeah, that dude, he lost he got an ACL injury, I believe. It's gonna be 2nd down and 12 for the Jets here. Wilson looking, quick snap, and he was trying to get it to Wilson. It was a little high and put some zip on that, and that was a dangerous pass. I don't know if that was miscommunication or just truly a bad throw. Because Wilson stopped, and it looked like the ball was in front of him. Becton hasn't been able to. Yeah, that's the only problem. I had high hopes for him, but he's not very good at staying healthy, unfortunately. All right, 3rd down and 12. Wilson looking. He's got time. He's flushed right. All the pressure's coming, and he finally just throws it away. And there is a flag on the play. So it's going to be a flag type game tonight. I feel like all the games we're watching, man, is just flag after flag. I didn't know how to spell it, so I said MB. Yeah, but that was enough to help me out. So that was going to be pass interference on the offense. The penalty's going to get declined, and it is 4th down. That was kind of a bad flag. I mean, it didn't matter because it was gonna be incomplete, but Jets are gonna punt here on 4th and 12 from around the 50-yard line. All right, kick is up. They did run into the punter, and it's gonna bounce. The Jets get it at the 4-yard line, get it down at the 4-yard line, but the punter got hit, and there is a flag. This is gonna be a yellow game for sure. Oof. He hit him on the outside of his leg. That looked like just an uncomfortable tackle for both of them. All right, so it's not going to be enough yards to get a first down. So they're going to decline that penalty and give the Jags the ball pinned on their own 4. I like that decision right there. Couldn't have got a much better punt right there. Jags and Lions both could be in the playoffs this year. It's been a wild one. I mean, you could say the same about the Jets. The Jets, Jags, Lions, even the Giants. Like all these teams have made a big jump this year that we weren't expecting. Seahawks even. And so it's been a crazy year. Have you seen the Avatar movie yet? I don't even know if I've seen the first one. So, no. I have not. I mean, I wanted to, but I'm not going to go see the second one. Go Lions. Wait, no, go Pack. It is a weird spot because um you know, it's weird not seeing the Packers there. And I don't have hate for them. A lot of people, if you don't like the Packers, you hate the Packers. No, that I've got teams that, that hit that level for me, like the Steelers or the Cowboys. I've got those teams. The Packers have never been that team for me. So, it's weird not seeing them there, but at the same time, I'll cheer for the Packers because I'm not sold on this Vikings team, and there's a lot of teams in the NFC that's real weird this year that I'm just like, I don't know, feel weird about. But seeing the Lions do well it is a nice feeling. You got to get out more. I don't have to get out to watch those movies, but I'm not gonna go to the movie theater to watch a 3-hour movie that I haven't even seen the first one. No one is picking the Eagles. What do you mean? I picked the Eagles this week. I mentioned on the IU stream that I grew up with past generations of players, so it's weird seeing all this change. Glad to see Lawrence getting talk with some of the younger guys. I mean, I get that. I feel like I was kind of a doubter of Lawrence coming into the league, but I think it was just because he went to Jacksonville. And I don't know. I don't know. Now I don't I maybe I have, but I feel like I would remember it. I bet if it was a KC documentary, it'll be right there. Yeah, but I could still probably watch it from home, so probably not. I don't need to go anywhere to watch things. But I agree with you, Sean. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jags on their own 4. They're going to hand the ball off to ETN. He's got room to run. He'll get across the 10. Listen, Bob's Burgers is my favorite show ever. And when that movie came out, I didn't go to the theaters to see that. So I'm not going to go to the theaters to see Avatar. I waited until I could watch it at my house. And he's going to get 7 yards on that carry all the way to the 11. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And they're going to go right back to the ground. This time it's not ETN. I do not know who their backup running back is, but he's going to get a first down. I just like being home, and there's nothing wrong with that. Is it Hasty? Hasty? Hesty? I couldn't really tell. Bob's Burgers for the win. You're right. You're right. That show gets funnier every time I watch it, and I watch it every single day. Looks like ETN's getting checked out on the sideline. All right, 1st and 10 now from the 17. Lawrence looking, tries to throw a screen, dangerous throw. And the offensive lineman almost caught it, but I think either way it's going to be incomplete. Dangerous spot right there. You can't catch that when you got two sumo wrestlers right there. I mean, those are some big dudes, yeah. Going up against the running back. And then the two offensive linemen run into each other because they're not used to getting thrown the football. Quinn Williams is having a monster year, man. I know he didn't play last week, but I don't think that's talked about enough. All right, 2nd down and 10. Low snap again. Lawrence looks, throws to the outside to his running back, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds right around the first mark. I think, first down mark, I think he's going to have enough yards for a first down. Clock's going to run under 3 minutes here. I think the Jets defenders ran into each other on that one. I think you might be right. Everything about football so you can be able to do almost every position. I agree, but these offensive linemen, unless it's a designed goal line play to catch a touchdown, which we don't see that very much anymore, they're not really catching passes. 1st and 10, they're going to toss it to ETN. Looks like he's back in the game. He takes a shot around the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. I did see Chase Young's getting his first official game that he'll play this year, this week. I still think the Niners are going to win that game, but I don't know. I had to pause and come back. Don't be counting the pack out yet. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. I think they have a real shot. I'm not counting nobody out until they are out. 2nd down and 7. Lawrence looks, quick pass. He's going to get a first down and more to Evan Ingram. I mean, right now we can't even count the Colts or the Browns, the Raiders. There's a lot of teams we can't even count them out yet. So I'm not counting nobody out until they are out, except for the Broncos. I counted them out after they lost to the Seahawks in Week 1, and that worked out just fine because the Broncos have been one of the most subpar teams I've ever seen. I mean, they've got a Super Bowl defense before and after Bradley Chubb. 1st down and 10. They're going to hand the ball off to ETN. He's going to get caught right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd down and 10 coming up. I will say, I didn't know a whole lot about ETN coming in, but I was sad not to be able to see him his rookie year because him and Lawrence, that duo, I think he could have elevated Trevor's rookie year, even though the situation was awful. But it's nice seeing his growth over just this season alone. 2nd down and 10. Lawrence looking, he's got a lot of time. He's going to take a shot, and he does it. It will complete it for a big first down. And that is Dan Arnold, the tight end for the Jags, with the catch. Dude, he just fed that ball, man. Like, I feel like if this Jacksonville defense continues to improve, this team's going to be insane. Like, I believe that. It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the Jets 38 now. And they sent a guy in motion. Trevor's going to roll left. He's going to keep and get another first down around the 25. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Man, this has been a tight game. Obviously, the Jags have looked way better on offense. The turnover from the Jets defense led to hang on, I clicked the wrong thing. Led to the Jets' early 3 points, but both these teams feel like have so much potential. Getting that switched around. 15 minutes in, it's 3-3. Jags are driving here. Um, I think a touchdown could go a long way for either team. So I'm saying it now. It's going to be a tough road for the Jets if the Jags get 6 on the board on this drive. They've been sick of this shit. I get it though. I do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Also, since we are on commercial break, if there's anybody new here that would like to, the link to our Discord is in the description of this video. If you would like to come over and join us and hang out outside of the live streams, anybody and everybody is more than welcome to do so. Like I said, it's down in the description below. I'm trying to figure out what this like anime they're showing. The Legend. Oh, okay. I was like, it kind of looks good. I'm not gonna lie. Broncos on a winning streak of 1 game, longest of the season. That's a fact. I thought the media was crazy when they were like as high up on the Broncos this year as they were. I thought they'd be a little bit better. I didn't think they'd be as bad as they are, but I still wasn't very high up on them. If the Jaguars make the playoffs, I wouldn't want to play them. I feel the same way about the Lions as I do the Jaguars. If either of those teams make the playoffs, the way they're moving right now, I wouldn't want to play either team, which is crazy. I mean, if they make the playoffs, I don't want as a Chiefs fan, I do not want to play the Jaguars. We struggle against the South as is. And look, I know we got Patrick Mahomes, but it's just one of those things. I'd rather play the Bills than a lot of teams in the playoffs. Broncos country, let's cry. 1st and 10, they're going to hand the ball off to ETN. He'll get maybe half a yard before being brought down to start this second quarter. Or second quarter, yeah. Trevor Lawrence has turf all over his face, man. I didn't realize his head was in the ground. That's kind of funny. 2nd down and 10. So they didn't even give him a full yard on that. I didn't think he got much. Lawrence looking, has time. He's going to roll left and keep. Well, he pump fakes and then keeps. And he's going to get close to a 1st down. I think they might give it to him. He reached the ball across. And it'll be, I believe, 1st and goal for the Jags, if so. Unless they went out on the 15 and not the 10. Yeah, he went out at the 15. This does kind of feel like college Trevor watching him right now, man. I remember picking turf pieces out of my skin during indoor soccer. Dude, I can relate to that hard. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 15. They hand the ball off to ETN. ETN's moving the pack, and he's going to get 4 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down. They can still get a 1st down here and have 5 yards for a new set of downs. Or obviously, the touchdown. I'm just curious how aggressive they'll be if they get it to 4th down and like 1 or something right here. Like, I'm curious the call. This defense, they're able to move the ball in this defense, but it's still a tough squad either way. 2nd down and 6. And he's going to toss it to the left to ETN. ETN's got a lane, and he will get the first down around the 2. It'll be 1st and goal for the Jags. What a nice play. They had a guy run across behind Trevor. He acts like he's going to hand it off to the right and then aggressively tosses it to the left. Kind of splits the defense a little bit. I lost skin on turf. Playing indoor soccer was bad. Falling on concrete, skateboarding in the same areas I played in. Dude, I tore myself up in indoor soccer, man. I totally get it. So it looks like there is an injured Jet off the field. Somebody in their secondary. I think a safety maybe. All right, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2. I think they just said this is the 14th play of his drive. All right, it looks like Jacksonville's going to use their first timeout here with 12:18 to go. But yeah, indoor soccer is like every fall hurts more than it does when you're outside. Like, and I didn't think anything would be harder than the ground, but falling on turf is awful. I've messed up my palms, my knees, like all of my legs, my arms. And it did. The ball moves so fast. I had to start Trevor over Mac for one of my fantasy playoffs against that Bengals defense. Oh, that's a tough decision. I think I like the call, pulling the trigger on Trevor, but I could see Mac still finding some success. I wouldn't bank on it, but I could see it. All right. So after the timeout, we got 1st and goal again from the 2-yard line. And they hand it off to ETN. ETN trying to fight. He's going to get a yard. And it'll be 2nd down and goal. But I will say, though, out of like all the things, like sporting type things, which I didn't get that adventurous, but I feel like indoor soccer, as much as it killed me, and I was never in the appropriate shape to go 100% indoor soccer as compared to outdoor. That was probably the most fun sporting events that I had in high school. 2nd and goal, they're going to hand it off to ETN again. This time he's going to make a cut, but he is going to be stuffed short just a couple inches from the goal line. They smacked him hard right there. And Mac literally had 8 fantasy points for me last week. That's fair. And now there's an injured Jaguar down. It looks like an offensive lineman. Who did the Patriots play last week? I'm trying to remember. Oh, the Raiders. I can't believe you started Mac against your own team. To be fair, I have had Josh Allen this year, so I had to do that once too. But this late in the season, like, that's crazy. For whatever reason, I just couldn't remember. Like, it's been a long week, I think. Why would you start Mac in anything? I trust Mac Jones to get fantasy points, but I feel like it's got to be a certain matchup for me. It was like hockey some games. We had 2 full teams ejected one year, best season we ever had. I got ejected for 4 games for smashing a guy, for tossing a girl into the boards in a co-ed league. I mean, I can respect that. I think the scariest thing to do in indoor soccer is playing as the goalie, dude. Because when people take shots, they kick it like they're going to kick it across a full length soccer field as hard as they can. And, even if you block it and it hits the wall right there, it's so loud in your ears. I play goalie in 2 games 1 year of my indoor league, and that was crazy. And I'm actually might have played more. Sometimes we were undermanned, and so we had to like alternate positions in Stafford all year, but had to find replacements. That was in one of my leagues of 10. You're playing 10 fantasy leagues? I can barely keep up with the 2 I'm in. I never got ejected in a sport, but I almost got a red card once because it was a rainy game and I slid into a goalie, but I didn't slide into the goalie. The goalie slid into me, and she was also double my size. I was like, how is this my fault? They were fully prepared to like toss me for they thought I was trying to hurt her, but I was like, I don't think I could hurt that girl if I wanted to. All right, so the downed Jaguar is walking off. That's number 68. He's walking off on his own. It looks like his left ankle might have gotten like kind of crushed a little bit. So it's gonna be third down and goal on like the inches line, man. And Trevor's gonna QB sneak, but he loses the football. But he did cross the plane before he lost the football. That's 2 weeks in a row we've seen this. Josh Allen on the 2-point conversion. He got real lucky that ball didn't get smacked like a second sooner, man. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Jags. Is it Cam Robinson for the Jags? I believe Cam Robinson is out for this game. The left tackle Cam Robinson, I think he was one of the top 3 notable not playing for this game. All right, and they are on to kick the extra point. All right, extra point kick is up, very low, but it is good. And the Jags take a 10-3 lead with 11:26 to go. Is that the same girl from the Super Bowl? I can't assume that all blonde refs are the same girl from the Super Bowl, but I guess it could be. Cowboys. Wait, what about the Cowboys? She's a great ref. Well, if she's the same one from the Super Bowl, I don't like her. But I'm sure she is a great ref. I know that I don't know how many female refs there are actually in the league, but there's one dark-headed ref that I absolutely love her. Like I feel like she's super good. She was there at the Kansas City Bengals game that we went to. She was standing on our sideline, and that was Jaguars' first 95 plus yard touchdown drive since 2018. That's kind of crazy. Oh, he got hurt against the Cowboys. But yeah, that I don't know who she is, but I got a lot of respect for her. She calls it like she sees it and she stays firm, man. Kickoff is up. He's going to return it from the 1, crossing the 10, the 20, still going on the 30, and he'll go out of bounds around the 35, and he just gets flung over the bench. Trevor Lawrence needs a haircut? I don't think so. I feel like any dude that wants to grow their hair out can and should. I'll stand behind that as well. Also, if you hear a faint pop of blood, looks like he got hurt on that when he tumbled over that bench. Kind of got tangled up where they keep the helmets on the back of the bench. He's took his glove off and maybe his wrist. It's going to be 1st and 10. They're going to fake the handoff play action. He's going to roll out and get the ball to Garrett Wilson. Wilson's going to get about 12 yards and a first down. Wilson to Wilson. Alex needs to let me cut mine. I mean, you can cut your hair if you want. If you hate it that much. I just feel like all dudes should just let it grow. Just let it grow and do its thing. Garrett Wilson's had a great rookie season. Speaking of rookie wide receivers, I saw that Olave is not playing this week due to injury. First down and 10. They're going to kind of toss, kind of hand off to Knight, not Carter, and he'll get 8 yards, but there is a penalty on the play. Indoor barely having enough people to field a team. Ran so much I puked in a trash can over the boards every 10 minutes. Full sprint for 60. Dude, I'm serious. Like, I feel like most of the games, like, my sister was a couple years younger than me, and that's going to be an illegal formation on the Jags. But I was just like, hey, I know you don't play, but will you come, like, play in this game with me? We need somebody so we can have at least one person to take a break every now and then. There was a lot of games we played with no substitutions, and it was long days. I got shin splints really bad a couple times there playing indoor too. First down and 15, play action. Zach finally lets go of it, hits his running back Knight. Knight's got some room to run, and he'll go out of bounds right close to the first down mark. You were down one also. Ugh. That's even worse. I hear that Snowman is in Dad's stream and he's going on about him. I kind of love that. I love the patience we're seeing from Zach Wilson in this game. Yeah, he's taken a lot of hits, but the times that his offensive line gives him time, he's trying not to make bad decisions, and I respect the growth. So they're on the Jacksonville 45 now, first down and 10. They're going to toss it to Knight. Knight got tripped up and he's got nowhere to go, and he gets out of it somehow, but he's still end up going to go down for a loss of about 6. I don't know how he didn't get out of that or how he got out of that tackle. And so they're going to be back in their own territory as soon as I said that, from about the 49. It's going to be second down and 17 now. Rayshawn Jenkins. That's the dude who had the pick 6 to beat the Cowboys. You can glide, not always be on full sprint, and you can foul people, and it's okay. You just go to the box for 2 minutes. Second down and 17. It kind of looked like someone jumped. Okay, they did. They're shutting a play down. I was like, someone definitely jumped. I like players who wash their socks. Are there a lot of players who don't wash their socks? And that's going to be a false start on the Jets. And they're going to move back further. That's going to be second and 22, I believe. I do like hockey. I've never ice skated before, though. I feel like it would be fun to try. I feel like in high school, it's like, I don't know. I'm not even going to justify that. I always wash my socks, I think. Second down and 21, backpedaling. He's in trouble. Wilson's going to roll over and load up deep down the field, and it's nearly picked off. He took a shot. I don't think Wilson's arm is that strong. You know, I've seen him make some deep throws over the season, like earlier in the season, and it could have been weather induced, but it looked like he struggled to get the ball that far because it looked like he loaded up with his. It was his footing. I take it back. That superstition don't work. You don't know. It could work for some. I don't wash my football jerseys if we're on win streaks, like my NFL jerseys. It was on NYE and it was -10. Now it's third down and 21. They're going to throw a screen to Carter. Carter's got a lane to run, and he's not going to get enough yards for the first down, but he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, and it will be fourth down. Looks like that offensive lineman for the Jags is walking it off right now, so that is good to see. But I also have, like, this superstition with my jerseys that, like, I can't wear my quarterback's jersey on game day. Like, I refuse to do that. There's, like, I don't know. I have little superstitions. All right, the Jets on to punt. I never saw the yardage of how much he actually got on that. Kick is up. And he muffs the punt, but he comes down with it at the 12-yard line. The snow gonna make me cranky. I wonder if it's snowing here yet. It is 100% snowing now, and the temperature's dropped to 34. I have that same superstition. Yeah, I don't sports bet on my team. I can't wear my quarterback's jersey on game day. And I don't wash my jerseys like during the regular season, like if they're winning and stuff. But the reason I don't wear my Mahomes jersey is on game day is because the last time I wore it on a game day was when they played against the Broncos and he QB sneaked and dislocated his knee. So I was like, I'm never wearing this on game day again. All I can hear is like dad just going, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what his stream is about today, but it's just funny. I could like, I don't know. My brain is just like focusing on him. I think he's doing a giveaway of some sort. So if anybody wants to check that out, I can drop the link to his stream. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Whoop. Actually, I'll wait till halftime. During halftime, I will. If you wash your underoos before every game, your chance of winning go up. Nah, he's talking about a metal detector right now. I just heard him that time. He said underoos. All right. So it looks like it's starting to rain even harder there now than when this game started not that long ago. But it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jags at their own 12. Their offensive lineman is back out on the field, who got hurt earlier. I believe it was his ankle. I feel like they're thankful to have him. All right, from the 12, they're going to go straight to the ground. They're going to hand it off to ETN. It looked like he had a hard time holding on to that ball, so he was trying to secure it and goes down for a loss of about 1. Yeah, that ball slipped into his lap, and he just kind of went down to make sure he held on to it. This rain is becoming a bigger factor in this game, especially if they're having trouble with the handoffs. 7 minutes left in the first half. And they fake the handoff. Trevor's going to roll right, and he's going to keep with the speed, and he'll get the first down and go out of bounds. You know, I didn't think I realized how quick Lawrence actually is. I knew he was mobile, but I didn't realize how fast he was. All right, first down and 10 now from the 24. 6:20 to go in the half. They're going to hand the ball off to ETN. ETN barrels forward for almost 4 yards. It'll be second down. Clock will run under 6 minutes here. Jets have 3 timeouts. Jags still have 2. Jags are ruling the time of possession by almost double, and they've got 105 more yards of offense as well. Well, yeah, but you watched him in college. He played for your team, so that makes sense. I only watched him, I think, like in the playoffs and stuff. 2nd and 6, quick throw to Ingram. Ingram's got some space, and a couple missed tackles later, and he's down in the Jets territory. His whole back is completely green. Dude, that what a nice play by Ingram. And I was going on about this yesterday. Trevor Lawrence has rejuvenated so many guys' career, Evan Ingram being one of them. Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones Jr., like all these guys are really coming up this season. And, they were on teams playing before, but they weren't getting as much of attention as they are now. 1st and 10, they're going to hand the ball off to ETN. ETN going to get about a yard and a half here. But he's really helped these guys shine. And, I appreciate watching him grow and elevating these guys around him to show, their full potential. They need a betting sheet for the NFL like horses. Horses, you bet the record and track conditions. We got anything like that for the NFL. Who can play in crap come December? So many domes and suns. That's interesting too. Still knowing who can go north would be handy. That's true. 2nd and 8. Lawrence has time, checks it down, tries to get the screen up, and it's sniffed out, and it's going to go down for a loss. What's up, Burdens? Nice to see you, my guy. Also, Burdens, by the way, I did not get the Twitch thing figured out because I don't know if I can do it yet because it's still trying to backtrack and catch up. I'll check it again. It might be caught up by now, but as of a couple hours ago, I hadn't been able to put that application in yet. 3rd down and 10. He's gonna throw it to Kirk. I believe his first catch of the game. He's not gonna get there. Will there be a Twitch stream after this game? Absolutely. I don't have to work tomorrow, so that's more of a reason. Jacksonville's going to bring their kicker on to attempt the field goal on 4th down and 3 here. Smart play because you don't really want to take shots on the road, and it is rainy and messy. All right, kick is up, and it is good. These have been some low kicks from both of these kickers. And I know weather induced, but I'm not used to seeing it every single kick. Alex Deadly with a sniper, you should use it more. I do when if you're talking about on that game, that is my favorite gun on the game. High winds and the rain. It just seems like the rain is getting worse as the game goes on. It's getting heavier. But also to your comment, Jeff, I don't know why it just sucks so bad here, but I guess it's just the way it goes. Yeah, see, look. This is. I don't know why, but so my Twitch says I have 50 followers, but on the application thing, it says you're almost there. It says get 50 followers, and it says I have 49. What is the longest range you've ever knocked somebody? It was over 150 meters, which was I was so wound up the day that I did that because the first guy I got was at 100, over 100, and then the second one was over 150. The day that I hit the 200 one, I hope I'm on the stream because I will lose it. I appreciate that, Burdens. I am trying to figure it out. Maybe if I get one more follower on Twitch, it'll work, or it's still trying to catch up. I'm not sure. It feels like everything else is accurate. Next to the ocean, my internet is beamed into a T-Mobile internet box, and yet I'm still ahead of you on every play. I don't know. I feel like some people are a minute behind me, and then there are people that are 100 ahead of me. Try to hit 200 tonight. I don't know if I'll get it. I mentally would be able to stream long enough to do that. But my goal is to try to get one more. Just one single more. Uh at least. Just one. Anything else is just bonus. Oh, you mean okay, yeah. You meant the 200 meters. I'll try. I'll try really hard. It's a lot easier to try with the balloons. Because you get up so high and you're so far away. All right, looks like we are getting about back to this game. Getting ready for kickoff. Let's see if the Jets need to see the Warzone snipe soon. I'm not as good at with a sniper on Call of Duty, I swear. But I promise, whenever I get this affiliate thing sorted out, I'm gonna stick with what we're doing for sure right now. But once I get that affiliate thing sorted out, I'll definitely be adding some Call of Duty into the mix as well. And probably other things. Kickoff is up and it will be a touchback. There's 2:55 to go. Jets have 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. See if they can put some points on the board. How did the Texans get a player in the Pro Bowl, but the Jaguars get no players? Wait, which Texan player got into the Pro Bowl? We're about to get shrimpy. Shrimpy? Sure. Was it Damian Pierce? Because I feel like he's the guy to put on there, unless it was like an OT or DT or something. All right, 1st and 10. Wilson, pressure's coming, and he's going to get smacked hard for a big loss on 1st down. That's where, there it is. Swifty. This Jags pass rush is doing a really good job of taking advantage of this Jets O-line. Oh, Tonsil. That makes sense. Kind of. I get it. I forgot he's with the Texans. I'd rather seen Pierce of if anybody, but I don't know how. I mean, I think the Jags emerged a little late. 2nd and 18. Pass is going to get batted down. Yeah, the Bears and Jags are the only two with no Pro Bowler. And the Bears, I kind of understand 100%. Like, they've had guys have good games. Justin Fields has had good games, in terms of fantasies. But, you know, I don't think they have any Pro Bowl players. Maybe next year, if Justin Fields stays at the caliber he's been playing lately, he could make it. But that team is kind of just like the Texans. They're just sticking random pieces in there just to get through the season. All right, 3rd down and 18 here. 2:09 to go. Wilson has time, finally throws, gets it away to Carter, and Carter's just going to get past the 20 for not much of a gain, and that'll be the 2-minute warning, and it'll be 4th down. Nick Bolton got stubbed. They put Orlando Brown Jr. into the Pro Bowl. Orlando Brown Jr., the worst guy on our entire offensive line. Well, one of the two, over Nick Bolton, who is in the top 3 leading tackles in the NFL. Orlando Brown gets run on everybody that comes after him. Pro Bowl is kind of picked on names as well with the fan vote. Yeah, it's 1/3 fan vote, 1/3 player vote, and 1/3 coaches vote is how they do that. Which was crazy because Tua didn't make it into the Pro Bowl, but he was in terms of just the fan voting, he was in the top 5 of all fan votes. Because I know it was Jefferson, Hill, Kelsey, Tua, and Mahomes were the top 5 guys. Yeah, he was the highest. He was at least the highest QB. I thought Jefferson was the highest fan vote, but he was the definitely the highest QB fan voted, and he didn't make it in. But I will say I am happy. I said it yesterday. I am happy for Geno Smith getting into the Pro Bowl for his first time. I am also happy for the two Chiefs on our roster that got in who's never been there, our punter, Tommy Townsend, and our center, Creed Humphrey. I felt like Creed deserved to get in last year and didn't. But I'm still torn. I'm like, why? I went and voted for the Pro Bowl, and I voted every single Chiefs player except for Orlando Brown. And he, like, I will say that I don't care. And his name popped up, and I was so mad. How many linemen can you name off the top of your head that have had a breakout season? Yeah. Mahomes is in the Pro Bowl. I think it was Mahomes, Burrow, and Allen, if I'm right. Mahomes, Burrow, and Allen. That sounds right. Which Burrow deserved to be there because they royally snubbed him last year. I don't remember who got in the AFC over him. Maybe Lamar. I feel like it was Lamar, and that's why I felt like it was player slash fan voted because no way that Lamar had a better season than Burrow last year, and that was before they got to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I agree, but I feel like I voted for players on every team because you got to vote for six. You got 6 votes per position. So, or it was 6 or 8. So I voted for a lot of guys for a lot of teams, but I made sure not to vote for Orlando Brown. I voted for all of the guys way under him that probably weren't getting votes. To be honest, like Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith were the only two linemen. Kickoff's up, and he's gonna return it from the 30. He'll go out of bounds around the 32. Um, but like Joey B, Mahomes, and Allen, Hurts, Cousins, and Geno, I feel like they could have put someone. Who's the Browns guy you hate? Uh, well, I hate Baker Mayfield. He was the Browns guy I hated, but he's a Ram now. But it doesn't change how I feel about him. Pat Mack has had a week on how to make the Pro Bowl good again. Dude, I wish he would run the Pro Bowl. McAfee would be the guy to do it. For all the players would be in and it would be fun. I know they're changing it up this year, making it different, which I kind of like that. 1st and 10, they're going to hand it off to ETN. ETN's going to run up the middle for just a few yards. And the clock's going to run down. We're going to run under a minute 40 here. Orlando Brown, yeah. Orlando Brown Jr., the guy we got from the Ravens, offensive lineman, who wants that Trent Williams type contract and is complete garbage. Like, he was good for like a year. 2nd and 7, throw to Ingram. Ingram's going to get close to the first down. It'll be 3rd down and short. Clock's still rolling under a minute 10 here. So, do I get a wrench? Maybe. I am only 50% of consideration of who gets moderation status. I am only half of the channel. So dad gets also. 3rd down and 1. Quick pass to the outside to ETN. ETN's got a lane and a huge gain all the way to the Jets 35. Hollywood Brown is the wide receiver that went from the Ravens to the Cardinals. Orlando Brown is the offensive tackle who went from the Ravens to the Chiefs. I think that's what he meant when he said the Browns guy you hate. I think so too. To be completely honest, the reason I have mods is because dad can't keep up with the chat all the time. 1st and 10, Lawrence throws out of a sack, and it's going to be near Christian Kirk. Plus, he does a lot of college games, and that needs to happen. There needs to be mods in college anything because people get insane about college sports. We talked about that yesterday too. Bosa gets Pro Bowl, McCaffrey gets snubbed. I think McCaffrey only got snubbed because if he played a full season with the Niners, he'd been in 100%. You're right, Crafty. 38 seconds left. It's going to be second down and 10. Jags still have 2 timeouts. Jets still haven't used one. It's going to be a quick pass to the running back. It's going to be incomplete. I think it's Hasty. I don't know how TJ Watt got in the Pro Bowl. He played literally 6 games this year. No, I've said this before. He's an absolute menace and he's the best guy at that position, but he didn't play the whole season like most of these guys. I don't really care all that much about the Pro Bowl, but Orlando Brown getting in makes me mad. That's just another bit of praise, making him think he gets this $30 million a year. Third down and 10, quick pass to the outside to ETN. He'll be just shy of a first down. It'll be fourth down and short. Clock is stopped here by the players or the coaches. He's got the most utility yards for the Niners and didn't play the whole season. DJ Watt scares me even when the game is not on. He's the scariest football player on the field this season by far. Him and probably Matthew Judon. I'm actually scared of him too. It could be the fans too, Jeff. Because you got to think about all the running backs, getting praised. Derrick Henry didn't make the Pro Bowl, which he had a bit of a down year. But if it's a player and fan voted, you would think he'd be in there. People love that guy. Mad Max, he did make it. He deserves it too. All right, fourth down and inches. They're going to kick a 44-yard field goal. And kick is up, and it is no good. The wind carried that one wide left. I wouldn't say the Chiefs have a very scary bad man, but I wouldn't want to get hit by a guy like Chris Jones, though. Weather is bad, and it's just getting worse as this game goes on. Plot twist, everyone in the chat is actually a mod. Some just don't know it. Might be my favorite Raider of all time. He's got to be up there of at least some of the more appreciated, talent-wise for me. All right, first and 10 for the Jets on their own 34. Wilson has all the time in the world, finally dumps it down to Conklin. Conklin's fighting for extra yards. And it will be second down. They're going to take their first time out with 15 seconds remaining. I'm curious if they're actually going to try to take a shot here. The Jets do get the ball to start the second half. And who knows what the weather will do after halftime, if it gets worse or better. I don't know why that was funny. Second down and 3 now from their own 41. Wilson has time again. Finally lets go of it, and he's going to go right back to Conklin, but they're going to lose yards on that. And there's 9 seconds. Yeah, I mean, ideally 3 is fine here, especially for how this game's gone. The Jets are going to use their second timeout here with 9 seconds remaining. I'm trying to think honestly who my favorite Raiders player is. Other than, obviously everybody likes Max Crosby except for playing against him. I really do like Josh Jacobs. I like the step up he's taken this year. The last couple years, it's just been mostly injury prone, but he's really proven how deadly he can be. I don't know. I can't pick a favorite Raiders player. which I feel like is understandable. Third down and 3. Wilson looking, finally loads up, and it'll be incomplete. It's 4th and 3. They might as well take one more shot here. You're gaining 100 subs a day. What? Did I miss something? I don't think so. Matt Collins, maybe. Billing Wilson, Jets fans, you're not out of it. I don't think they realize how much the weather. So 4th and 4, they have got nothing to lose here as long as there's no turnover. They're gonna take one more shot. And I think they're gonna burn their final timeout here because the play clock was running down. I mean, Carlson, that's a reasonable answer, honestly. That's the most clutch dude on that team. You can't deny Carlson's impact on this team. Dude, Daniel Carlson straight up looks like that kid from that video game Bully. Like that old, like, I don't know, like 2005 or something video game Bully. I feel like every time they show his face when he has his helmet on, even without his helmet, but more so with it. Okay, so there's going to be a false start on Zach Wilson. Or no, sorry, Garrett Wilson. And that's going to move him back a couple yards. Yeah, well, I'm not a Raiders fan, so I can't really just. I don't know. There's just like not a lot of hot spots for me. 4th down and 9. Wilson has time. Still has time. He's going to load up down the field. And that's going to be picked off. And he's going to lateral backwards. He slips on the ground, and that's halftime. Let me update these scores real quick. We'll get our little halftime banner going. The Jets will get the ball. All right. Just real quick, let me pull this up. What the heck? All right. Switch over. I'm going to pull the chat back up so I can see what you guys are saying. Patrick Mahomes is more famous than Wilson. I mean, I don't really know how you can compare that and what you mean by famous. I don't know. Zach Milson has gained a reputation. I feel like a lot of people know who he is. All right, so since it is halftime, I figured it is appropriate for me to do this. Yeah, dude, he looks straight up like him. Here is the link to Papa Blood's stream right now. Since it's halftime, we can go. Everybody who wants to go over and say hello. Oh, Russell Wilson. I don't know. Russell Wilson's got a pretty bad rep this season, too. Everyone wants to go say hello to him. There's the link to do so. He's in the middle of doing a giveaway race. He said hi to Nathan before he said hi to me. I can hear him downstairs. 100 subs a week. When I first started watching, you're 1.75. Now you're 1.79. Well, that's only like 10 subs a week, probably. I was gonna say, I feel like, yeah, because that's 750 to 790. I was like, 100 subs. I was like, did I miss something? But I see what you're saying. Well, shout out to Tom Grossi. That definitely helped me a little bit this week. But it's okay. It's not a race, man. I just like the getting to hang out with the people in here. What's everybody eating right now while watching this game? I got 2 burgers and fries. Wait, are they 2 different kind of burgers? Or are they like 2 burgers you made that are the same? Or what kind of burgers are them? You're talking about food, so give us more details. I had pizza today, but I feel like my Thursday night football. Let me fix this real quick. My Thursday night football routine is to get pizza. I'm having a pub sub. Yeah, he's doing. I'm watching him. So when he started doing this, it was ducks. They did duck races, and then they started like expanding to like dinosaurs, and then like holiday themed ones, and all this different stuff. I've done one race on this channel like that. Daughter wanted spaghetti only for the garlic bread. Sean, your daughter is the goat. First of all, I absolutely love spaghetti, so I would have said that even if you didn't add the second part. But garlic bread is top tier. What's up, MH? Favorite pizza brand? Um, like like pizza you buy from the store or like restaurant? Do you mean, or are you combining the two? Because I'm trying to think. I do like DiGiorno pizza, like their stuffed crust pizza, if I'm buying it at the store. But to go out and eat, did you end up getting the Luca shoes? No, I'm still trying to figure out if I like them or not. But Pizza Hut's up there. Domino's and Pizza Hut both up there real high for me. But to buy it at home or buy it at the store, I would probably go with DiGiorno's. Or those little cheap like Totino's pizzas. Like I wouldn't even say cheap because they're not that cheap, but like the little individual size ones. Every now and then, I like having them. But I love Domino's and I love Pizza Hut. Dude, the Hawaiian Christmas sweatery look. Ryan Fitzpatrick is something special, I swear. Oh yeah, I will not tolerate Domino slander, to be honest. Uh, for whatever reason, you asked me that, and I cannot remember any brands or places for pizza. Hmm. Yeah, I for whatever reason, my mind went completely blank. I don't know if I've ever had a place called Mountain Mike's. Is that like a local or is that a chain? Have you guys ever had rapid fired pizza? It's pretty much like a Subway, but for pizza. Like similar to like how Chipotle is like a Subway for burritos. But like rapid fired pizza is really good. You always get those skinny ass one piece of pizza and a brown paper towel. I feel like here, like around here, when like teachers ordered pizza, they always got Snappy, and Snappy tastes nasty. It tastes like they just sprinkle like sugar all over it. Never had rapid fire. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to try it, I wouldn't say it's like top tier anything, but like it's kind of like, like a sandwich joint, like Jimmy John's or like Subway. That's what you feel like when you go in there, but you get pizza, of course. Um, but it's not bad. It really isn't. Also, I thinking about pizza, when we went to that Chiefs and Bengals game a few weeks ago, we got pizza at their stadium, at Paul or Paycor Stadium. That is literally that might have been the best pizza I've ever eaten. I don't even know what kind of pizza it was, but it had to have been up there in like the top 3 pieces of pizza I've ever eaten in my life. We have $34 pizzas. That sucks. Seattle's not good for pizza. That has wood-fired oven, and they make a pizza in 5 minutes, but it's like a tortilla with pizza toppings. That's weird. Don't try and get two. You right though. You right though. I feel like that's why I can't think of any pizza places, because my brain is just going back to eating that pizza a few weeks ago. And it was like, I wish I could eat that every day. And it really wasn't all that bad price. Like an individual pizza that had 4 pieces, probably like I'd say about like this big. It was like only like $8 at a stadium. I feel like it's pretty good. Gino's East Side in Chicago. I've never had Chicago pizza, but I've had New York pizza, like in New York, I guess. I've had New York style, and then I've had pizza in New York style. Because that is not the same thing, just getting a pizza called New York style. And it was pretty good. I mean, I like thicker pizzas, but like the thin pizza is kind of nice too. Dad's all fired up about this giveaway. He must be having like Christmas or something. He's doing a fundraiser. Okay. Red Baron. Okay, Red Baron's pretty good too. If Titans don't make a deep postseason run, do they trade Tannehill? I don't think the Titans are going to make a deep postseason run anyway, but I feel like Tannehill's time in Tennessee is getting close to being over. Especially they went and drafted Malik Willis, and especially if he finishes the season out and looks semi-respectable, because I read something that Tannehill might not play again this year due to his injury, which I don't know how true that was, but if Willis comes in here, wins them a couple games, if he can save their playoff spot, that might just be right the tail before they even get the playoffs. Just write them off right there. But you can never tell what they're thinking. Chicago, like 100% of the top is shot sausage if you buy sausage pizza. Are you talking about the one where like the dude has like his face painted and the little kid's just staring at him? Because me too. Totino's pizza is legendary. Like, I don't care if what you want to consider it or call it, but I still like it. Now, one pizza joint that I don't like is La Rosa's, and I think it's their sauce. I never have, and I don't know if I ever will. And I don't like really hometown pizza either. Neither of them have been it for me. They might.
But they're very local. Roses is a possibility.
I've heard that pizzle. I don't know if, like I've never had it because I've never had any kind of Chicago pizza before. But I've heard that multiple times. I kind of want crap frozen pizza now. Look, dude, Totino's little tiny square pizzas is the best crap frozen pizza you can eat. Especially if you get it like a little crispy. I ain't judging. All right, what are our second half predictions for this football game? Zach Wilson should not be an NFL QB. I don't think that. We haven't seen Craig this week, have we? Last time I saw him that I can remember was a Patriots game in the stream afterwards. Wait, did Zach Wilson get benched for the half? Did we hear that? Or are you guys saying that it's going to happen? Or did they say that on the TV? Because I don't have sound. Them school Mexican pizzas be good. Oh yeah, I'm sure Jacksonville's a little bit more used to playing in the rain. Oh, that's your prediction. Okay, that's fair. Jets got no offense in this weather. Think the Jags are better off. Well, I feel like towards the second. Why don't you have sound when you watch the games? Because if the sound travels to the stream and YouTube can hear it, they'll shut the stream down. So I don't want them to do that. Oops, wrong one. Well, but what I was saying is the Jets' offensive line was looking better towards the second half of this first half, I guess, that second quarter. So maybe they'll be able to run the ball. That's why they had no offense, because they had zero run game. So maybe if they can get a little bit something going on this first drive, they have a chance. But if they can't get any run game, I say this game is probably close to over, unless this rain makes for a messy second half. Kickoff's up. It's going to be a little short. He's going to return it from the 2, crossing the 10, 15, makes a cut and got nowhere to go. And that is where he'll be. I still say 28-24. I still think it's possible. The NFL broadcast is for their intended audience. Any use of literally, that's all I can hear is blah blah right there, like every time. But yeah, they will shut the stream down, and my channel will get in big trouble, and I would be very upset. But I appreciate you, Chris. So this is gonna be 1st and 10 now from the 16, 17 yard line. I can't count. Wilson looks to throw, gets to the outside, completes it for a couple yards. See, I wish they would have tried to run the ball there, but they did get positive yardage, and he was able to throw the ball in this wind and rain. So that matters too. But I think the run game is really important for Zach Wilson. Like, for him specifically. Like, this team is good, but I do appreciate you. So they got 6 yards on the gain. It's going to be 2nd and 4. Now they go to the ground, hands it off to Knight. Knight's going to get about 3 of those yards. It'll be a 3rd down and 1. I appreciate all you guys, because if I didn't appreciate you, wait, hang on. If you guys didn't want to be here, then you wouldn't be here, and I appreciate you being here. Say they pay millions and millions of dollars to be able to show clips a year on their own multi-million-dollar YouTube channel. Yeah, it's really hard to clip stuff. 3rd down and 1. Wilson's going to look to throw here. Pressure's coming, and he finally fires it, and it's just a little bit too high. It'll be incomplete. 4th down and 1. Yeah, well, he paid like, I don't know, like $6 million to the NFL to exclusively use a lot of their content and their audio and their video. But the NFL kind of screwed him, but I'm assuming they got that kind of figured out. It's gonna be 4th down and 1. I don't lie. See, Chris, look, if there is one thing about me, is like, I can't lie. I'm not good at it. If I was lying, I would be laughing. Like, I can't lie. All right, it was 4th and 1. They were lining up to punt, and there is a flag. So they're going to call a false start while they were lined up to punt. About a month or so ago, they stopped it after he mentioned it on the show. Oh, he didn't just mention it. He went in on them, and it was the funniest, most petty thing I've ever seen. I mean, yeah, I'm always laughing, but, like, if I was telling a lie, like, if I was, like, saying, like, I appreciate you guys, I wouldn't been able to say that with a straight face. I do, like, the best part of my days every day is like when I'm hanging out with you guys. I would rather be here for 8 hours a day than be working for 8 hours a day. They went back and let them use logos after they had guy draw. Dude, yeah, it was that corn doggy account on Twitter was making like little animated pictures and stuff. Plus, he did his own hand drawn ones for the Browns and Bengals game. Dude, that was so awesome, man. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jags at their own 28-yard line. First drive for them to start this half. He's going to toss it to ETN. ETN's going to make a cutback, but he's going to only be able to get about 2 yards before getting smacked right there. Jets should punt backwards. Maybe. Graphics they drew for the NFL teams and the players. Yeah, dude. It was like some Twitter account who started making it for them, and then they started doing it with this guy. And the account was like Corn Doggy or something dumb. But it was like the best graphics ever. They still make graphics every single week. 2nd and 7, quick throw over the middle. And I think that was Marvin Jones for his first or second catch of the game. It's going to be 3rd down and short. But it was too good. Like, Pat McAfee went to the ultimate level of petty for that, like, week or so until they got everything straightened out. But it was, like, the best content on the internet at the time. Also, listening to Pat McAfee talk about the whole Chiefs superfan incident the other day was hilarious, too. I love that guy, man. Pat McAfee's the GOAT. 3rd down and 1. QB sneak. And it was more like a QB truck. And they're going to get the 1st down. Jaguars really turned into a solid football team, man. Trevor is a strong man. I know he was only pretty much going one-on-one, but, like, he put a lot of muscle into that. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Gonna hand the ball off to Hasty. Hasty's gonna keep his feet moving and be able to get up about 6 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down. All right, 2nd down and 4, 11 minutes left in the 3rd. Jacksonville's playing this game where they are just wearing and tearing on this defense. Quick throw to the left side, and he's going to complete it to Marvin Jones for a 1st down. If he could just dump Aaron Rodgers, he sounds dumber every time he talks. Nothing personal, Packers fans. Yeah, I was trying to figure out where the whole McAfee-Rodgers connection came in. The Jaguars are going a little bit more up-tempo right now. 1st and 10, quick pass behind the line to Kirk. Kirk met shortly after crossing the line of scrimmage for a short gain. Yeah, but like I said, I don't know where that connection came from, but I think he's on their show like every Tuesday or every Wednesday or something, and they've been doing it for at least a year. Oh, is he friends with AJ? Okay, I guess that makes sense. I just couldn't figure out where that segment came to play. Like, they have like a book club or something with him now. 2nd and 7, hands it off to Hasty. Hasty's gonna lose 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and long. Pat and Aaron up on a golf thing years ago. Yeah, but like the thing is like I'm sure Pat McAfee's friends with a lot of football players, current and retired. Like, out of all the ones they picked, like, how did they land on Aaron Rodgers to be the one on their show every week? Like, I feel like it's smart for their show to use a current active football player, but, like, you know, they could bring anybody on. He's a kicker. He could bring Vinatieri on there with him every week. 3rd down and 9. Quick throw out to the side. He's got Ingram wide open, making another big play once again. It's been the Ingram show in this game. Pat has made all the connections lately. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, he's like friends with everybody. I don't know anyone who doesn't like him. And how he chooses, like, for Aaron Rodgers to be the guy, that go-to guy that has a spot in his lineup in his big show. I mean, yeah, I'm sure Rodgers does like it. As much as he might say he doesn't, I'm sure he does, but it's just, I don't know, it's weird. I watch it, like, I don't mind it. 1st and 10, fakes the handoff, turns around, throws, dumps it down to the tight end screen, and he'll get a first down, but there is a flag on the play. It's a big catch for Pat to have a live QB that doesn't talk to a lot of outlets is huge. Like, I understand. I do. And so it looks like this penalty is going to be on Jacksonville. That's yelling. Maybe it's not on Jacksonville. I don't know. Like, I guess I can't really. All right, they had an ineligible man downfield. So it was on Jacksonville. But, like, they could easily grab one of these young guys, that maybe they've established a relationship with, or, grab, like, uh, McAfee goes on his show every week and talks about the kickers and the punters in the league that doesn't get a lot of love. And I know everything is about ratings, and they are friends, but it's just so strange to me how, of all the people, they landed that one. 1st and 15, there's a flag on the play. A Jets fan came across, but I don't know who jumped first. And that's going to be a false start on the Jags. They're going to move 5 yards back again. It's going to be 1st down and 20. But to be fair, over the last, I'm going to say 2 years, um, Aaron Rodgers has been kind of one of, like, without being, like, in trouble, the more controversial QB in the last 2 years. And I think McAfee loves that kind of chaos. 1st and 20, Lawrence finally gets rid of it, gets it to Jones, and he'll only get a couple yards on the play. No, I'm not even saying it about that, but it's just like, I just don't know how he chose Rodgers to be his weekly go-to guy. Like, I think there's always interesting things being talked about Aaron Rodgers, and maybe, like, they love that. I would never see Kyler Murray on McAfee's show. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But it's gonna be 2nd down and 18. Lawrence looking, finally fires over the middle. It's gonna be incomplete to Kirk. Yeah, that's true. Papa Blood in the background sounded like when sounded like the dad from A Christmas Story with the furnace. The man got Brock Lesnar to show up, and Brock looked great. It's nuts with the guests he gets. He could have just about anyone. He is an interesting fellow, but he's been on there like every single week for well over a year now. I just figured maybe he would want to, like, I don't know. I'm in Dave. I know you came in here right in the middle of that 3rd and 18, quick pass behind the line, and they're not going to get enough yards, but they're in field goal range. And I wasn't throwing shade at Rodgers, because I know he walked in the middle of that, but it was more of just like a confusion. I don't know how that really started. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. His odd bromance with Rodgers. Like, obviously, I'm sure, like, it makes sense to me that they're friends. Because they were in the league at the same time, but I don't think y'all remember Pat wrestling on WWE. That wasn't even that long ago. The kick is good for the Jags. It's gonna be a 52-yard attempt. Bro is yelling. And the Jags extend their lead 16-3 in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, I was gonna say Pat was on the WWE stuff only like 2 or 3 months ago, I thought. He slugs beer on his podcast. Like, dude, he's the greatest. I was gonna say, because y'all saying I can't believe he got Brock on his podcast. I'm like, Pat a wrestler too. I mean, I wouldn't say he's like a wrestler, but he's been in and out a little bit. Yeah, WrestleMania. I remember watching like the clip of him like on the plane home. He's coming back to WWE after bowl season. Okay, so he's gonna make it like a thing now. I thought it was just like an appearance type thing. I didn't know he was like going deep into it. I guess once football slows down, he's gonna have a lot more time. Yeah, that's what I meant. That hasn't been a lucky lead for a few teams lately. Yeah, I mean, I feel like leads in general haven't really been lucky for a lot of teams. Go see Dr. Rogan jabs at him when Roger started going off the rails. They're friendly in a way that he can give him shit. I thought he parted with the WWE. Yeah, he does commentating, but I didn't know that he did a lot of more of that when he's at the Indy 500. That's cool. A dude I work with actually met him at a Colts game last year and got like pictures. Like he was sitting like right above him, and I thought that was pretty cool. I can hear. I told you guys if you hear any yelling, it's because he's like having like a big stream right now, and he's getting wound up. 3 teams blew leads of 17 or higher this past weekend, but only one team blew a lead of 33 points. And that's unbelievable. Ever. One team blew a 33-point lead ever. And that was this weekend. But yeah, I mean, leads haven't really been all that safe. But in this weather, it feels a lot more safe to me. Yeah, I was gonna say college is a lot to keep up with. Especially because isn't he like on the game day panel or something for college? Kickoff's up. Oh, they just did the thing that we were talking about the other day on the kickoff, and his foot was out of bounds when he caught it, and they got the flag on the kickoff. We just we just talked about that like a couple weeks or a couple days ago about that happening, and we were talking about how it never happens because it's very situational. I think Sam was in here that day. I don't think he's still in here. But that just happened. He kicked it and his foot was out of bounds on like the 4-yard line and they got the flag. The Colts, man, I'm not a Colts fan, but they irritate me. All right, 1st and 10. They're going to try to put the ball on the ground. There is a flag, and he's not got anywhere to go. Like this year, mostly. All I know is the last game that I streamed, so Monday Night Football, that's going to be a hold on the offense. But we were talking about it, how it doesn't happen like super often. And just coincidentally, the next game I'm in here streaming that it happens. Irritate you, try being a fan. I'm sorry, Jim. 1st and 21. Wilson's in trouble, and he's going to go down at the 25. He'll be 2nd down and long. Like, I thought that the Colts would have a bit of a down year, but I didn't think it would be like this. I'm excited to see Nick Foles, though. The boos are loud. If you're about calling weird plays, let's predict the first 1-point safety. If it's the first time, I don't know if I'll ever predict it unless I predict it every game until it happens. 2nd and 25, Wilson flushed right, loads up down the field, and he airs one out, and it's going to be incomplete to Garrett Wilson. He hit him in the hands, man. 3rd down and 25 coming up. All right, they can't boo him for that. He hit him in the hands. It was just good coverage. Looks like it's not raining there anymore. So he's having a little bit easier time throwing the football. That was just good coverage, honestly. Where's he going? Dad said I can't stay on here late because I got stuff or somewhere to go or something. 3rd down and 5, quick pass. And they're not going to get much on that. It'll be 4th down. Dad's got big plans today, apparently. And it's going to be 4th down. The Jets will come off the field again. It'll be 4th and 17. Team building is just weird. He doesn't pay much attention to what the team needs or will need. I could have slept fine tonight without seeing those shirtless fans. Yeah, I mean, I think the Colts, as bad as it looks, getting rid of Frank Reich is a step in the direction I think they really want to go. And that punt's going to go out of bounds. It was kind of a shanked punt. And there is a flag on the play. Ask your dad. No, he's live streaming on his Ohio River History channel. Pacing back and forth with a wireless mic and a headset. Bro, I don't know what's happening here. He said, woo! All right, so that's going to be a penalty on the Jets. If they weren't already going to get good field position, it's unnecessary roughness, so they're going to get an extra 15 yards. No, Dad said it first. That's why I said he said that. He said, woo! Dude, he doesn't, he's like, I'm not that loud. I'm like, Dad, you're loud all the time. Hey, that's pretty awesome, Dave. We just got to be thankful that he's not watching anything on his computer or TV because I wouldn't even be able to hear myself think because he turns it up so loud. Sometimes he'll watch a YouTube video and have his TV on at the same time, and he'll be talking on the phone. And I'm like, how can you hear the person you're talking on the phone? No, I'm not saying it again, but he's the loudest man I've ever met. Maybe when I stream on Twitch tonight, I will do the woo again, just to be obnoxious. He's looking for Mark. Nathan said, I'll say it. Ew. Santa's stuck in a chimney, dude. This commercial, I feel like they slowed this game down on purpose because we're in the 3rd quarter. This game was flying by. Yep, there you go. Nathan said it. Ew. Oops. It's like, so how do you think this YouTube TV taking over Sunday Ticket is gonna go realistically? Let's go, Mark. I guess he found him. Well, bro's so loud. All right, we are finally back from commercial. Jags gonna start their drive at the Jets 45, hands the ball off, and he's gonna spin out of the tackle, throw up the stiff arm, and able to get a couple positive yardage. I don't even know who was carrying the ball there because that's not Hasty either. Oh, it's Snoop Connor in his first carry. He threw up the spin move and then he slammed the dude down on the stiff arm. It's a big win for the NFL and U2. I think so too. Missouri Big Ten isn't looking too good out of the conference. 2nd down and 7, handoff up the middle to Connor. Connor's going to be able to get about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down. Who's going Christmas caroling? Dude, it's going to be like literally 2 degrees here tomorrow. I'm not going outside at all. I'll be lucky to leave my blanket. But anybody going Christmas caroling probably lives where there's warmer weather. But I agree, Nathan. I think it's pretty big. Everybody's yelling now. Single game pay-per-view options. I wish they would just offer team options. 3rd down and 5. Lawrence looking flushed out. And he's going to keep. No, he finally fires and lets go of it. And it is caught. And I believe that's Zay Jones with his first catch of the game. Wait, they're going to say it's incomplete. How is it? Where's your dedication? What dedication? Oh, it did hit the ground. It was close, though. I didn't see it. Well, I know that Apple was in contention to get it, and it would have been a lot cheaper that way, but they didn't want to do that. $10 per game, 1 view, I would pay. I would pay that. Oh, yeah, for sure. 4th and 5. They're going to punt here. Kick is up. I can't handle him downstairs right now. Oh, Christmas caroling dedication? I'm not that dedicated to it. And we're going to head back to commercial break. The Jets will take over. I didn't see exactly where the ball went out of bounds. It looked like around the 10-yard line. But dude, I can't even focus right now because of him. I hate how MLB will let me watch anything but a few teams around me, one of which being my Cubbies. Blackouts are dumb. Literally, I don't understand. You can watch almost any team. I mean, you can go tell him, but he's just gonna get louder. I already know. I can't focus, man. I'm not. I don't even know what he's like doing at this point. If he's still giving away stuff or what. But Dave, yeah, I'd pay $10 per game. Black Adam or Morbius? I didn't see either of them. I'm behind on movies. He'll be like, he'll just tell you to get over it. Or he'll tell me to get over it is what he'll say. Or he'll say, what about when she's screaming at 3 a.m. playing Fortnite while I'm sleeping? That's what he'll say. I can't handle him. It's so funny. Someone stop him. We love it. Dude, I love it too, man. It's hilarious. Only 78 total yards for the Jets. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's because they have 0 run game. Like, 0. And at the half, their leading rusher had 0 yards in like 2 or 3 attempts. They can't run the football, so they can't open up the offense. And I think really that's what it's all about. Now you have to have that Bally Sports things. Yeah, dude. I mean, Bally Sports is cool and all, but like, I just feel like you should be able to pay to like watch whatever team you want to watch. Like if you're gonna spend money, like I want to be guaranteed I get to watch all 17 games from this team or whatever. 1st and 10, they're gonna fake the handoff, but the receiver's gonna take off with it, and he'll get up to the 19 for 2nd down. And that's wait, is Strevler a QB? Oh, it looks like Zach Wilson is not on the field anymore. He came in for a trick play earlier. Where did Strevler come from? What team did he come from? Jets just doing stuff, any yards they can get. All right, 2nd down and 4. Strevler's still in here. And he's going to roll right. Pressure's coming. Finally dumps it down. And this crowd is alive over getting this 1st down right here. Yeah, I agree. 100%, Sean. Is Mike LaFleur related to Matt LaFleur? He got 50 followers. Bro, he's got way more than that. I think he's got more than we have over here. He might be. They're brothers? Okay. 1st and 10. He's going to keep. He'll sneak up the middle and only get a yard. There's 2 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Oh, right now. Yeah, he don't care, man. He's wound up. I'm about to mark this up for a win for the Jags and continue watching my favorite show, Chicago PD. I don't know. They got a new QB in here right now. Chris Strevler. And he's getting this offense a little wound up and this crowd back into this game right now. This is in New Jersey. 2nd and 9. He's going to roll right again. It looks like he's going to load up, and he does. He hits a wide open guy a little bit behind him, but he still makes the catch. And that, I believe, is Conklin for a huge 1st down. No, that's CJ Uzoma for his 1st catch of the game. Nobody follows him. If he could have hit him in stride, that's a touchdown. He's option read. What's this offense? This is the I don't know, just do whatever you want as long as it works option. 1st and 10, he's going to hand it off. He'll get to the edge and another 10 yards. Look, they automatically have a run game again. He does kind of look like Fitzpatrick, not going to lie. And there's going to be a hold on the offense that's going to negate that run right there. .53 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. Here comes it. Come back. It would be 3 state for the Jags. Coming off that Dallas win would be huge. I wasn't sure how well the Jags would play coming off of that because that's like a major ego trip. But, I mean, they've played admirable, to be honest. So, it's going to be 1st down and 19 now. Because he was touched when he went down before he could get up. He's a big dude. 1st and 19, they run the same play. This time, it's not going to work. And he'll go out of bounds with a loss of about 4. Fitz stuck onto the field under a fake name. Yeah, Strevler. But my question is why don't they run the same kind of RPO type plays with Zach? Like, you can tell that the playbook has just changed. 2nd and 23, he's going to roll right. He's got time. He finally tucks it and keeps. And he'll get all the way to the 40 to make this a much more manageable 3rd down. And this is officially going to take us to the 4th quarter. Jags lead 16-3. Jets, on the other hand, haven't been able to step up against some of these teams. They got Buffalo at home, but beating Miami doesn't look too good right now. Yeah, he's still jacked up, man. Like, the win against Buffalo was huge, and the only game Wilson looked bad in, like I said, were the 2 games against the Patriots outside of today. He didn't look great, but he didn't lose games. Ayo, Pizzle with the 10. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, my guy. Jags, hang on, gives me another win over Papa. Yeah, he picked the Jets today. So did I. I'm getting sick of losing to him every week. I'm glad I thought about the CBS thing, though. I picked that right at the 30-minute warning of this game. But yeah, appreciate you, Pizzle. Yeah, I almost forgot to pick. Other than that, it's all losing teams. They're always that one thing away, and even though I'm a Colts fan, it kills me. No, I get it. I completely get it. If Nick Foles comes in this week and beats the Chargers and then goes into the next week and wins again, I'm going to be really, really upset with this Colts organization because they've had him on the roster all season long. And I know Frank Reich was trying to save his job when he benched Ryan due to the injury, of course, but kept Ellinger in and trying to do his future or whatever. At that point, when you're trying to save your job, you need to win now. Like, don't put a young guy in there that doesn't have a lot of experience. Put guys in there that you can trust to win. I mean, maybe he just didn't trust him, but like, why sign him if you don't trust him? He said he's almost done yelling. Foles beats the Chargers. Are we finally going to get off the Chargers bandwagon? No, I'm going to be right where I said. I picked the Colts to win before they benched Matt Ryan. I said the Chargers are going to lose to the Colts, and then they put Nick Foles in. I said, okay, well, they're definitely going to beat the Colts now. Rumbles of Rodgers coming to Indy. To be completely honest, and as crazy it is, I firmly, my 100% belief is that Rodgers will stay in Green Bay next year if he plays football, which I think he will. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Jets. I'll come right back to that. And Strevel's going to he's going to cut up the middle, and he's got enough for a 1st down, and he's going to move the chains again. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Jets. But I think if Rodgers truly goes anywhere, he's been building a second house in Tennessee. Tennessee's going to have a lot of money. They're probably going to move on from Tannehill. I know that they got Malik Willis, but I feel like that might be, me and Dad kind of dabbled back and forth on it, but if he moves, I feel like that's where he's going to go, is to the Titans. 1st and 10. Strevel's going to run to the outside. He's got a lane of room. He kind of just puts his whole body into it, dude. And it's going to be 2nd down and short. The only place he should go is San Fran. I mean, I could see that too. But like, I understand that. No wide receivers. Yeah, I think he's building a connection with Dobbs and Watson now. Like, I think he's still going to stay in Green Bay. Like, they're going to be paying him like $50 million a year. Like, there's no reason for him not to. Unless he just genuinely hates it there. But why stay there that long, if you hate it? All right, 2nd down and 2. He's going to keep one more time. This time they're going to stop him, and he'll go down for a loss of 2. Says if he leaves, he wants to go to the Raiders. I don't think he ever said that. I mean, I guess he might have. They got anyone they can deal the contract to? That's what I'm saying. There's like places, and I think Tennessee is one of those that would probably be able to afford him, especially unloading A.J. Brown's contract that, he's definitely was going to get. I love and hate Rodgers at the same time. 3rd down and 4 now. Low snap. He's going to fire across the middle, and he has a guy in Davis, but he can't hold on to it, and it'll be 4th down and 4. Dude, Rodgers isn't going anywhere. And look, that's what Dave just said too. But I still believe that if Rodgers is going anywhere, it's going home, like retirement. But I think he will stay in Green Bay. I'm just not a huge Tannehill fan, man. To be honest, 4th and 4, the Jets are going to go for it here. Interesting call. They could kick a field goal and only be down by 10 right now, but they're going to go for it. Quick throw to the outside to Wilson, and they're going to say it's a catch, and that is a first down. That's close. Rodgers might pull a Brady. I also love that you answer every message in your text. I try my best to. I mean, sometimes some of the messages get away from me, but I do try my best because, like I said, I love talking with all you guys. 1st and 10, they're gonna hand it off up the middle. I think that's Knight again with the carry. No, that is Johnson. They're just throwing everybody in this game now. I don't know who that one is, and he's gonna get a good couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down. Tannehill is mid. Tannehill is like. He looks like Buzz Lightyear, man. I mean, even if they never showed the replay on that Wilson catch, it looked really close, but they didn't give him time to even think about it. 2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard run by I forgot who already carried it. They're just throwing people in here. This time they're gonna run it up the middle with Michael Carter. They're just switching it up, all these running backs. It's going to be 3rd down and short here. 11.5 to go. Wish I had the chin. Fast to go. All right, 3rd and 1. And the play's blown dead. I don't see flags. What is... Well, the crowd's booing. I don't know what's happening. I guess the refs just stepped in. I like what you'd be playing Fortnite. I'd be high watching or just chilling in my bed, scrolling through Amazon, looking at kitchen appliances. I do remember you talking about kitchen appliances that one night. Chargers' only chance to play Chase Daniel. Fair. Another no 20 points game. You never know. Trevor's going to hand the ball off. 3rd down and 1. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to lose yards here, and that's tonight. This is in New Jersey. Everybody's getting loud today. Getting rowdy. This is the Jets' last home game of the year. And it's going to be 4th and 2. I'm assuming they're going to go for it because they went for it on 4th and 4. And they're in the red zone now. It's their 16th play of the drive. Low snap. Trevor looking, finally fires. And it's going to be incomplete. And that will be a turnover on downs. He just jumped in and pushed like a linebacker. Dude, I love it because he was like, oh crap, he's not going to make it. Let me just jump in there real quick. Wonder what the weather is like. What it's looking like outside. Yeah, I'm curious.
I checked like Snapchat and stuff and no one's posted anything.
See if any local people. Oh. That's right down the road.
Oh, that's a lot of snow.
It's be snowing here. It is snowing here. He's made more yards this drive than they did all game. Yeah, they said this current drive they had 87 yards, and then all the first 7 drives it was like 67 or something like that. 77 or it was less, which is crazy. Let me fix this fuzzy camera. I do like his energy coming in. I mean, what do they got to lose? It's Florence. Sorry, I'm just checking out the snow. But I feel like, that 4th and 4, they went for it. They got it, and then they didn't go for it, or they went for it on 4th and 2 and didn't get it. I think at that 4th and 4, they should have taken the field goal. That makes it a 10-point game. Guess I'm going to be shoveling again when I let the pups out later. I'm just going to open the door and let them puppies roll because they love the snow. They're gonna have fun. F snow. I don't like the cold, and I don't really care for the snow. I like looking at it, and I like watching my dogs playing it because they're so happy and they love it. Strevler looks like a combination, like a love child of Ryan Fitzpatrick and Cooper Kupp. 1st and 10, Lawrence rolling left, finally throws, and it gets to Zay Jones, but I don't know if he caught it. Trevor Lawrence had a pretty good night so far, on the ground and in the air. And Zach Wilson might have just lost his job to some dude I don't even know. I thought Joe Flacco was QB2 tonight. 2nd down and 10. Lawrence fires over the middle. Caught by Kirk. Kirk's going to get a 1st down here, and the clock's going to run under 10 minutes here. NFL gods just don't want Thursday football unless it's Thanksgiving. They don't want good Thursday football because Amazon Prime bought it. If it was back like it was, are you guys ready to say Wilson stinks? I mean, I've been saying he's not that good at football. I just said that I liked him. 1st and 10, hands the ball off to ETN. ETN fights through the tackles. He'll get about 8 yards on the play. What was I gonna say? I said the other day, I said Zach Wilson, unfortunately for them, is probably the worst player on their entire team. And see, I always say the difference between good weather and bad weather is clothing. Why we pay tons for Gore-Tex everything. Are you guys ready? Christmas might have good games. I hope so. 2nd and 1, Wilson's going to keep, and he'll just run out to the left side and get them a 1st down, run out of bounds. 9 minutes left in the 4th. Christmas Day, the midday game is terrible. The Broncos and the Rams. But the Packers and Dolphins in the morning, probably our early game, probably not a bad game. And I can't remember. I think it's the Bucks and the Cardinals on the night game. That's not horrible. It's probably not gonna be that great of a game. And that's Trace McSorley versus Tom Brady. I do like Trace McSorley. But that game's not going to be good, and he's not going to have a good day. 1st and 10, they're going to hand the ball off up the middle to ETN, and he'll get a couple yards. It'll be 2nd down. Clock's going to run under 8 minutes here. Yeah, I thought Tampa and Cardinals were there. All I know is we better not lose to the Bengals because I want a mod. I never said that I would give you one if the Patriots beat the Bengals. Games they couldn't sell any other time. You're right. Dude, the Nickelodeon games, I thought I liked them, but I don't. It's just like the Manning Cast games. I wish I liked them, but as a football fan, 2nd and 7, quick pass behind the line to Zay Jones. He can't haul it in. It'll be incomplete, 3rd down and 7. It's just like the Manning ones. Like, as a real football fan, like, I love the Manning brothers, obviously. But I would rather listen to them on their own podcast or something rather than during a football game. Yeah, it's good for clips, but, like, I want to watch the game, and they don't really talk about the game as much as you think they do, and if you don't watch that. And, like, most of the officiating calls, you miss them, and so, like, I don't know, I feel like you miss too much watching them. They just need a podcast. They're down and 7. Lawrence backpedaling, has time, slings it across the field. He hits Zay Jones, and they're gonna say that it is a catch and it is a first down. Sometimes something funny happens, and I see that tomorrow. That's true. Yeah, see, at the beginning when they first started doing that, I watched it. And I like it, I enjoy it, but then I realized how much of the football game I miss, and that's why I just choose not to watch them now. Alright, first down and 10, they're in Jets territory now. 7 minutes to go, they're gonna hand the ball off to Zay Jones, and he's got nowhere to go, and it's gonna go down for a loss of about 3 yards. They were hurting quarterbacks on that show last year, you're right. That's why I'm saying, like, if they had a podcast, I'd listen to it, like, religiously, but I don't ever watch them anymore because, like, I don't wanna miss the football game. Any more points by the Jags will officially end this, even a field goal in this. You're talking 2 touchdowns needed for the Jets to win, not happening. In 6 minutes, probably not. You're probably 100% correct. Second down and 13 now. Lawrence looks, fires over the middle, hits Ingram across the 40, and it's gonna be third down and probably 5 yards. I'm not streaming the Packers and Dolphins game because neither one of us will be home. Dad might be doing the Broncos and Rams, and I will definitely do the Sunday night one. But Saturday, we should be in here all day. Yeah, I wanted to do the Packers and Dolphins game, but I'll be working. Third down and 6. Lawrence looking. Pump fakes. Turns around. Goes to the left side. Finally fires in. It's just a little bit ahead of Ingram. Incomplete. 4th and 6. I think that's his first target that was not a catch in this game. Dad taking one for the team. Broncos and Rams. Yeah, all I said when I looked at that, I was like, thank God it wasn't me. Yeah, well, no, mostly the thing is there's more implications in the Packers and Dolphins game than there could ever be in the Broncos and Rams game. The only thing people are looking forward to in the Broncos and Rams game is seeing who's going to end up with the higher draft pick, the Seahawks or the Lions. They're going to punt the ball up, and he's going to swat it at the 1. What a punt, man, and what a way to get back and swat that ball so it doesn't go for a touchback. And it looks like the Jets will be pinned at the 1. We're closed on Sunday and close at 9 p.m. on Saturday. And I was like, I won't be able to watch the Patriots and Bengals stream. What time is that game? Is that a 4 o'clock game or a 1 o'clock game? I want to say it's a 4 o'clock game because it's later on my list. No, it might be a 1. I don't know. Do you see them Rams jerseys they're going to be wearing? I don't know. I don't think I did. Yeah, see, I told you. I thought I didn't know if it was true, but I guess since they said it, then maybe it is. I said that Tannehill might not take another snap this year, and I wasn't sure because, like, the day he got hurt, I still never figured out what happened to him until I think someone in the chat told me it was like an ankle or something, and then I saw like the next day about that. It's a 1 p.m. game. Yeah, I will be watching that one from work then. Wait, that's Saturday, so maybe I'll stream that game. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't mind the Packers though. I don't hate them. A lot of people who don't, like I said, you either love the Packers, you hate them. I don't love them, but I don't hate them. Tannehill to the Colts next season. How weird would that be, man? I think Colts fans are just hoping they just draft a quarterback and ride with him. I've been seeing a lot of mock drafts, and they're like, a lot of people are thinking that the Colts are gonna draft that kid from the University of Kentucky, Levis. Is the casino open Christmas? The casino's open 24/7, 365, unless it floods. That's the only time it's not open, which has only happened twice in 20 years, I think. Or Washington. I hope Tannehill doesn't go to Washington. It's Shelby. She is the most fidgety person in the world. That's why you keep seeing her legs moving up and down.
Sorry.
If the Colts aren't going with someone they have now, then they need to draft. It's worked for us for years. We have the best luck drafting QBs. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who the Colts would go after in the draft. Like I said, I keep seeing a lot of things. Yeah, because 1st and 10, they're gonna throw to the outside, get it to Wilson. Wilson's gonna get him out around the 5 for about a 4-yard gain. Dig him out of a hole a little bit. It'll be 2nd down. We have closed twice, and it was within the last 2 or 3 years because of flooding. We had so much rain that the boat was lifted up so high that no one could get onto the boat from the ramp. 2nd down and 6. In trouble. Streveler takes off, and he's going to get sacked for about a 1-yard loss. He's asking for a face mask, and there is a penalty on the play. Yeah, well, I have a very, like, ADD brain, so, like, seeing her right here, I see it too, man. So it's gonna be a face mask on the defense. Clock stops at 5:10. This is gonna dig the Jets really out of a hole. Tanny to the Jets. Maybe. I've never known a girl to love the game as you do. That's really cool. Well, I appreciate that, Drew. That's a great job if you need it. 1st and 10. Streveler's being chased. Finally throws it away into the area of Elijah Moore. Incomplete. You need to avoid your family on a holiday. I had a job that we worked holidays. Wow, that must suck. You must like your family more than me. Like I don't mind working on holidays, but I've worked in the casino business for a long time. So like weekends and holidays is just like another day. I ain't gonna lie, I be wanting to play Fortnite with the Crawl Crew, but I'm scared y'all gonna be mad at me. Of course, I'm gonna be mad at you anyway. 2nd and 10. Streveler's gonna take a shot down the field, and it is poked away by the Jags defense. Well, that's the only downfall is we do get the worst type of people into the casino. But it's not bad. Today was horrible. I mean, technically today's not a holiday, but it was a rough day. But like it doesn't really bother me. I like working in the casino. 3rd down and 10. Streveler's gonna fire, hits Elijah Moore, and he's gonna be short of a 1st down. I told you, Shelby. You off. I make the rules. I can hear Alex right now. Shit, Chris keeps getting knocked. Bro, you see me play, dude. 4th down and 2. Low snap. Streveler looking. Throws. Completes it to Garrett Wilson. He pops the ball up, and it's in a Jaguar's hand, and he's returning it back. And he'll go out of bounds. This game's over. I think Tanny is a permanent solution type of guy. Jets would go for a guy to challenge Mike White. That's true. It also depends on what they decide. They're gonna do with Wilson. Are they gonna try to trade him, or are they just gonna cut him? Wilson got benched early in the beginning of the 3rd by I think his name is Chris Streveler. I really thought Flacco was QB2 in this game. No wonder we beat the Jets twice back to back. Yeah, Patriots are good at beating bad teams. We beat bad teams, but we're not good at it. Dude, that was crazy, man. Like, keep White and Wilson and sign Heineke. He did have a moment. He had a good first drive. That's why I thought they should have taken the points on the fourth down and, being able to just build on that. Give me some type of credit. You're not asking you for credit. You're asking for the Patriots for credit. That's different. Yeah, turnover by the Jets right here really kind of just. No, dude, this guy looks like Ryan Fitzpatrick and Cooper Kupp had a baby. And the baby came out jacked. Because that dude's like chest and shoulders and arms are like huge for a quarterback type. In a fake uniform. But yeah, basically. Man, I'm on a hot streak. Wait. What happened? Missed something. He's kind of cool, but fell apart at the wrong time. That's true. That's why I like the idea of taking points. A turnover on downs right there kind of just kills everything. What do the Jets need to do better in the offseason? I think their first priority, like honestly, is an offensive line. Keep adding defense and offensive line. Look, everybody can make that argument, but they've got Mike White. They'll probably re-sign Flacco, and they've got Zach Wilson. Whatever they decide to do with those three guys, that's fine. But I don't think you should, unless there's a free agent quarterback that you can't pass up on. I think QB should be like the last thing. Like running backs to go with Brees Hall, Michael Carter in case someone gets hurt. You need O-line, and you need to just continue to bolster the defense. Oh, dude, he straight up did kick it out of his hand. In soccer, that's called a high kick. Well, it's pretty high up on the body. Oh, yeah, not pick up a QB, just pick one. I agree with that. Because, listen, you're not solving any problems just continuously swapping them out. Like, at the end of the day, you can't just continuously swap between four guys and hope that it works. If you want to go dual quarterback, that's fine. The dual quarterback thing, I do like it. 2nd down and 8, hands the ball off to ETN. ETN's going to get a couple yards, and this clock's going to continue to run. The Jets will use their second timeout here. But the thing is about the jumping QBs, I think it would almost be fine if, when they're switching between all these guys, if they had the same game plan for every guy. But it seems like every quarterback they put in, they call different types of plays. And yeah, play to their strengths, whatever. But like, you gotta think about the rest of the team too. I don't know an NFL team that ran dual QBs to much success. Well, I feel like Philip Rivers with Jacoby Brissett in Indy was good. And then Ryan Fitzpatrick I think Jacoby Brissett is the single second quarterback factor in this. But all the teams that he went on, except for his stint in Cleveland, after he was no longer the starter, he was like that second guy. And then like the Saints with Taysom Hill and the Wildcat, like look, their records don't show great things, but there's a lot of other factors going into the losses outside of the quarterback play. Not having a good run game every game and your defense not being the best. But the Taysom Hill type, Jacoby Brissett type second, QB2 that can come in on 3rd and short or third, like on the goal line. But Super Bowl caliber, well, every team that's had these, I feel like don't have the type of, defense, or they're missing the run game, or they're missing the extra wide receiver pieces. Like, they're always missing something. Like, the guys that they have the 1-2 punch at QB, they don't usually have all the rest of the team. They don't get built up. And so I think the Saints have the potential to continue to build because they do have Taysom Hill on that multi-year deal. And then they have the option with Winston or Dalton or whoever at QB. Like, so they have the potential to continue to grow with it. But like some teams just do it for a year and then go away from it. And I don't like that either. You really have 0 QBs. I mean, that's fair. But Rivers and Brissett got to the playoffs with the Colts. I don't know. I feel like it's possible. Yeah, I just think I think there is potential for a higher success rate. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5. The Jets only have 1 timeout left. If they get a first down here, they pretty much can just milk the clock all the way down as far as they want. 3rd and 5. Lawrence is being chased, and he spins out of the sack, finally throws it, and it's going to be incomplete, so the clock's going to stop anyway. They're going to kick a field goal here, and there's 3:49 to go in the game. Shout out to Lawrence for being able to spin out that first tackle, man, but he did take a shot or two. Oof. Yeah, he felt that one. All right, so they're going to bring the field goal unit on for a 37-yard field goal attempt. Ref's running in. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Looks like everything is good. Kick is up, and it is good. Jags extend their lead 19-3. I thought this was going to be a 3-point game, not the Jets were going to score 3 points. That was the wrong 3. If your defense is built to stop, you got a QB1 to throw, and a running QB might be able to build a plan. Seems like 2 QB comes around when their O-line is lacking or wide receivers aren't great. But, like, yeah, so, like, take the Saints, for instance. Their O-line took some early season shots and, dropped a couple guys, big guys they needed. And, I mean, the score is past 20. It's at 22 now. But, and then Michael Thomas, as to much surprise, is dealing with that injury, went out. And then the guy they brought in, Jarvis Landry, went out. And they already had this multi-QB game plan going into the season. And then your O-line's injured, and so your run game suffers. Like, the Saints have just had a really bad year. I don't think they're nearly as bad as their record shows. Like they have the potential, but their injuries are really just like tanking them. It's like the Ravens last year, man. It is 19-3, but 19, 20, 21, 22. That's 22 points. Impressive win by the Jags on a short week and bad weather. Hey, absolutely. I think this puts the Jets in the position that if they lose another game, they're eliminated, I believe. And now the Titans are sweating. I decided, whoever wins this game, which it looks like it's going to be Jacksonville, I'm going to be rooting for him real hard to finish out. He didn't specify. He said 20. Do you need to go back to school? Huh? See you next time. Hopefully you call a Packers game again this year. It will not be this week, but I might get another one or two. I might get one. I don't know what their plays are still. Yeah, dude, that's a tough schedule for Tennessee. I mean, they got the Texans this week in Tennessee. Last year, Houston's played upset in Tennessee. So, that's one to keep an eye on. And then Jacksonville has Houston as well. All right, kickoff is up. And they're going to bring it out of the end zone, crossing the 20. Trips up after he passes the 25. There's 3:41 on the clock. And here comes Strevler. You could build around the concept, just don't know. We've seen two QB set in the NFL. To be honest, even college, it doesn't seem a shutdown idea. It's better to just have a great QB. Good luck. No, I agree 100%. You should be able to have one guy and roll with him, but I just enjoy the idea of it, and I enjoy the potential of it because I love the wildcat plays and stuff like that. Just all the teams that finally get to where they can do it. It feels like gets hit with the injury bug. 1st and 10, they're gonna throw into the middle of the field to Carter. Carter's gonna get about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Jags are responsible for the Texans' lone win this year, which makes me feel like the Texans won't sweep the Jags. 2nd and 4. Strevler cutting through, finally throws it away, gets it to Carter. Carter's going to get a 1st down, step out of bounds with 3:11 to go. It'll be 1st down and 10. But if the Texans sweep the Jags, man, isn't that crazy? Andy Reid with 2 healthy specialty QBs. Not sure we'll ever see that. Yeah, I mean, when you put it like that, I really see the point that you're making. Um, but I mean, I guess you never know. 1st and 10, Strevler's gonna got some green in front of him. He's gonna slide down after he crosses the 50, just shy of the 1st down. Yeah, I get the point you're making, and that kind of really put it in perspective for me. That comment, but I don't know. 2nd and 2, Strevler's gonna throw it down to Carter again. Carter will get across for another 1st down. I mean, I would love to see it. You're right. That's gonna be a false start on the Jags. They're gonna take a 5-yard penalty. This game is pretty much over. The seats are pretty well cleared. The whole top row is empty. There are not a lot of fans left in this stadium. All right, 1st and 15. Strevler looking, takes a shot towards the outside, gets it to, it looks like Conklin maybe, and he'll go out of bounds. The clock's still gonna roll here, and it might come down to the 2-minute warning unless they can snap a ball in 2 seconds. And he gets it off just in time. 2nd and 14. He escapes the pressure, takes off running, and loses the ball out of bounds. And we are officially to the 2-minute warning. This He got a couple of yards. Surprise run by throwing QB and a long toss by your mobile QB. No defense will be prepared. I'll bet ticket prices were cheap tonight. I don't know. The stands looked full. And so, I mean, if they didn't sell well, they might have been. I just feel like once we got later in the season and the playoff implications, there might have been more people wanting to go. But you might be right. There's so many people in the pick 'em that do not pick the games. Yeah, because half of them are people who were in there from last year and just never came back in this year. And it's set up that last place gets like one less point if you don't put any in. I don't know. So yeah, half of the people are from either March Madness group or from last year who just don't do it. So that's why I think there's only about 10 of you that did this year. Third down and 12. Trevor looking in trouble, evades the pressure, gets across the line of scrimmage in about 6 yards. It'll be fourth down. Casey and December more than once in years. We weren't high probability to go far in the playoffs. You get -1 from the worst pick. Yeah, that's what it was. And there is an injured Jaguar down here. I think it's one of the D linemen. And he seems to be in quite a big of pain. Yeah, he's not even putting that foot down. Oh, he is a little bit. It's hard to get out of bed to go to the games when it's like 10 degrees to go to a noon game. You just drink 4 Bloody Marys and go to it. That's fair. All right, so it's fourth down and 6. Jets got nothing to lose. They're going to go for it here. Shrevler looking. It's going to take a shot towards the sideline, trying to get it to Wilson, and it will be incomplete. That'll be a turnover and downs. And there's a minute 35 to go. And so that means this game is about wrapped up. I'm going to go ahead and post this as our final score. Jets have one timeout, but they're still going to be able to kneel it out here. All right, and Jags are going to look for their final kneels here. And Sunday is always an easier go than Thursday night. I could agree to that. Like I almost thought about going to the Thursday night game between um it was Cincinnati and the Dolphins. Yeah, in here this year, but I was off that day and everything, but I just talked myself out of it. Granted, I would rather see a Chiefs game anyway, but I thought it would be a fun game to go to. And I was just like, man, nothing sounds entertaining about like going on a Thursday. Well, also, I didn't think it was going to be raining as hard as it did today in this game. I knew there was going to be rain, but I didn't think it was going to be downpouring the whole time. Zach Wilson still has not taken his helmet off today. I feel like the reality is like soaking in for him that things are not looking good. I feel like Garrett Wilson is over there talking him up right now, trying to make him feel better. And CJ Beathard's going to take the final knee here to end this football game. Got to get out of work early. Have to go to work the next day. Thursday's not good. 2 straight road wins for the first time since 2017. Shout out to the Jags, man. They're making history every week. They win another game for their franchise. I know that doesn't seem like a huge accomplishment, man. Do you think they should give up on Wilson? I don't think so. you kind of look dumb if you draft a guy number 2 overall and you give up on him before his second year. Like I feel like that's a situation, like where he plays his rookie contract and you don't give him the fifth year option. Like if he has done nothing by then, like then you do not give him his 5th year option or you trade him at that point. Like I don't believe in giving it up. Yeah, you can say he's a bust or you can call anybody a bust, but you, you never know who the next piece they can draft that just makes this team even that much better. And so, and this is a team that roll with Zach Wilson and or not Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold for all those years, and they kept him until his 4th year option and or 5th year option or whatever, and then they dealt him or whatnot. I don't think they should just give up on him right away. And like it's just too soon to tell. It's like, do you think the Patriots should dump Mac Jones? Like last year they got him to the playoffs, and this year he's been not that great until like recently, and so it's hard to tell. I don't think so, but I know the fans think so, and it's a New York-based team. So if they don't like him, he might get shoved out early. Yeah, but Josh Rosen is in a category of his own forever. Yeah, well, I think dumb people think the Patriots should dump Mac Jones. I don't think there's a thing wrong with him. He is so young. He hasn't even finished his second full season. Zach Wilson started off the year on an injury, came in, won 3 straight, or whatever, lost 2 to the Patriots, got benched. He's not even got to play for 2 full years. And if he plays out the rest of their games this year, he will still not even have 2 full years under his belt because he missed 3 or 4 weeks at the beginning of the year. He missed 2 or 3 weeks from being benched. That's almost half a season. Like they're taking a young inexperienced QB and they're giving up too early. He can't get better if you're just constantly giving up on him. And I feel that way about a lot of guys. Like what's going to happen is whenever they decide to give up on him, he's going to go somewhere else and not even a better head coach, but a coach that's going to be like willing to take a chance on him and he's going to do so much better. Either that or he's literally just going to be horrible forever. I mean, that's still like a possibility, but like you can't know that in less than 2 years of playing. And at the end of this season, it'll still be less than 2 years. It'll be like a year and a half of playing in the NFL. Like you can't know that until you see it. What, Chris? It's New York fans, LA fans, and Chicago fans. Like that's why Matt Nagy got shoved out. That's why Justin Fields was a starter in the league well before he was supposed to be. Like I still think he needed to sit longer and Matt Nagy wanted that, but they got rid of Nagy and they got rid of all of what was right because the fans in the Chicago media all pressured them to do so. Like they let him get the crap beat out of him his rookie season because they forced him to play. Yeah, but I think it goes hand in hand. New York fans are impatient, Chicago fans are dumb. New York fans can be dumb, and Chicago fans are also impatient. Like those two cities go hand in hand. Yeah, they're instant gratification type cities, man. And I still think the same about LA too, just because like LA is literally boom or bust every single game they play. Like if you win, you're on top of the world. If you lose, you're literally the worst and everybody should be fired. I mean, I don't root for the Bears. And I'm not a New York, Chicago, or LA fan of anything. Zach, I still think Zach will get better. Exactly. That's how I feel about it. Some guys take longer than others, and that's why a lot of these guys, we knew Zach Wilson was going to be a day one starter when he got drafted because they got rid of Sam Darnold before they could do anything. Like they had to have a quarterback. I know you are, Dave. Oh no, and by LA, I feel like I really don't mean the people of LA. I mean the people that support LA, which usually are not people that are there. I have love for Chicago, just not their sports teams. That's fair. That's fair. But like, I feel like Wilson was definitely a project type QB. Like Malik Willis, he's not supposed to be a year one starter. Trey Lance was not supposed to be a year one starter. I don't think Zach Wilson was ready to be a year one starter. He got shoved in, and that's kind of the trend of what happens to people that get drafted to the Jets and get drafted to Chicago and all of these QB carousel teams. Um, but at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they're gonna do with Zach Wilson. We'll see, and we'll see. In due time, we'll find out. But it's hard for him to have the mental to get right when he's just getting crapped on, man. And like he's not getting better fast enough. Like he took a step forward last week, in my opinion. It wasn't a great game, but he did take a step forward. And then this is just taking him 4 steps back. I know it's an aggressive league, but not every player is the same. Blow up or go home. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Mahomes didn't play his entire first year except for the week 17 or week 18. It was 17. Yeah, it was the last week of the year. And, he's better for it. People don't understand. Justin Herbert was never supposed to play a single snap of his rookie season, but the circumstances happened. Could you imagine how much better Justin Herbert could have been, getting to sit and learn the game at the speed that is played and then coming into league? Like, he probably would have been even better than I think that he is. And I feel that way about a lot of QBs, but at the end of the day, we are the spectators, man. Mahomes was in year 3 because he didn't play his first year. His second year, he lost in the AFC Championship. Third year, Super Bowl. Fourth year, Super Bowl. Fifth year, lost in the AFC Championship. But he's been in the AFC Championship every year of his career. And I think his success started from him not playing his rookie season. I believe that. All right, you guys. I had a lot of fun today. Even though this game really was not exciting. GG's to the Jags. They are right up in that playoff race. One more win and a Tennessee loss has all Titans fans across Nashville and wherever else they might be on the edge of their seats freaking out. And I really think Houston can play upset to Tennessee this weekend, which would be absolutely nuts. Appreciate you, Pizzle. Anybody in here that wants to still, you can join our Discord. The link is in the description. And anybody that wants to hang out on Twitch with us, I will be live shortly. I'm gonna go check out the snow and see what's going on outside first, and then I will be live on there. I believe Papa Blood said he's gonna be streaming a basketball game tomorrow. I don't know if I remember correctly, but if not, we'll be here Saturday all day long. And until then, much love. Appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend. And for those I don't see before then, have a happy holidays, whatever you decide to celebrate. Much love. And as always, go Chiefs.